What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the T5 Invitational. We are down here in the dank depths of Group 4, the Grey Knight group. We have 3 Grey Knights versus our one, I guess, shining beacon of non-Grey Knightness. Although, to be fair, it is Drukhari, so I don't know how many people are particularly rooting for him. Over here in the red, we have Dylan Usher playing Drukhari versus a fan favorite of the channel, Wolfvonmibu, over here in the blue, playing his Grey Knights. And I'm here, joined with a teammate of Wolfvonmibu's. I'm here with Fred from Breaking Heads. Fred, how's it going?
Hi, Trevi. I'm happy to be here. Happy to be rooting for my homeboy, Malte, and for his Grey Knights. He has been playing it a lot. I really want to see how he plays against the captain tonight.
Yeah.
Or tonight, today, or this morning, whatever, where you are.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because we do have a very off-the-wall list from Wolfvonmibu today, who, to be fair, is known for taking the diving deep into the drinking deeply from the cup of absolute jank. And we have a Storm Raven in Wolfvonmibu's list today, which is not something I expected to see in the Invitational this season, but I'm here for it. Do you mind talking about his list?
Yeah, I love to. Yeah, Malte really, or Wolfvonmibu really likes to put things one notch higher. And he actually, to be honest, in Germany, this list is quite famous now because it won the biggest tournament here, biggest analog tournament last year. And Malte had been playing Grey Knights before a lot, and there were talks about you can play six Nemesis Dread Knights, and when Malte saw it, he was like, "Yes, that's what I thought. That's what I wanted." And because why you play six Nemesis Dread Knights if you can just play 5 and put another Storm Raven in and do even more like abusive first turn shooting? Like I have been practicing with him quite a bit, and also I've seen him play so many games with him now in TTS. And it's really like you play and you're like, oh, can I test this idea? I have this orc list, and he's like, yeah, sure. And he goes first, and then you're like, okay, we played one game, one round. Okay, thank you very much. That was so much fun. But yeah, as you said, it's also against Drukhari, so I think this is definitely a fair fight. And I should probably tell the viewers what exactly in this list is, except for the Storm Raven. So yeah, that's the Storm Raven. And then the usual 3 Dread Knights you see all around, and the 2 Grandmasters. And of course, it's divided into detachments. So one is the Prescience Barrent. And what's the other one again? The Sword Barriers. So he can really, with +1 to hit, wound, and then the +1 damage spell as well, do lots of damage, all these Dread Knights. And I think his whole list really goes into all out damage, and he put in the end even the Brotherhood Librarian in. I think it was talked about a lot when the book came out, and then maybe didn't see that much play anymore. But and in the original list that won the big tournament here in Germany, the Librarian wasn't in, and he was like, maybe I can make it even more absurd. And he put that one in. Yeah,
that's the psychic epitome Librarian to deal additional mortal wounds.
Exactly, yeah. That's Purifying Flame, Vortex of Doom, Psychic Epitome, as you said, and I think he gave him I don't know which. I play against him a lot, but I never remember all the names. Like I think it's the Shield of Humanity thing, where he has a 1-up save and a 5-up Phenopain. So you see this list and you think, okay, it's all just some monster vehicle jank, and I should be able to snipe out the character, but then you suddenly attack some guy with I think 5 or 6 wounds, but a 1-up save and 5-up Phenopain, and suddenly you don't kill him, and he's still there with 2 wounds, and he keeps smiting you and does so many water wounds.
Turns around for another 10 mortal wounds on you. No big deal.
Exactly, yeah. Or even more, because suddenly you're not like spaced out, and everything is in 3 inches, and then things start exploding. Yeah, it's very abusive. But of course, he's lacking lots of infantry. He has only 1 Inceptor squad, not like the 2 or 3 as we see in other lists. So it's only a 5-man squad. So it's maybe just a technical mission play unit that doesn't really do much damage. He has a 5-man Grey Knight Strike Squads, which is usually hanging out in the back, just like now. And he has a 9-man squad actually in the Stormraven, and he really likes to play it like this a lot because it's always like people dive in to get the Stormraven, and then they kill it, and then these 10 guys come out and they get hammer hands and I don't know. He switches often to the what's it called? I don't know, this other tight warp tide where they do mortal wounds and stuff, and then suddenly you have 9 Grey Knights strike sword in your face, and they really do a lot of damage too. And yeah, it's really hard to catch this list's damage potential because it's just everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, one of the big benefits of Grey Knights is that, obviously they have just good passive damage out of all of their units. Obviously a little bit more concentrated in the vehicles, but this list definitely looks like it spreads it out pretty evenly across the majority of the list because, it is front-loaded so much on those Dread Knights and the Stormraven.
Totally. You don't have anything where you can point and say, okay, I want to kill that, and then the game is going to be easier.
Yeah.
It's just going to keep coming.
Yep. Did have a question in chat about the mission. We are playing Sweep and Clear this time around. So 5 objectives on the table. The mission features locking objectives. So if you hold an objective in your command phase, you hold it indefinitely until your opponent comes to take it from you and controls it at the end of any subsequent phase. And both players are taking the mission-specific secondary objective, Direct Assault, as well, which will give them 3 points if they control the center objective, or 5 points if they will control both the center objective and, or either or, I guess, the center objective and also the objective in your opponent's deployment zone. Usually a fairly aggressive mission. We see both players with Stranglehold as well, which is very good for this mission because it has those 5 objectives and you are already incentivized to push towards the center. So I think we're definitely going to see a meat grinder of a game here with both these players just trying to force their way into that middle.
Definitely. I'm surprised Mighthead took it as well because it's actually quite hard to contest from the meat board just running into the middle. But I expect him to at least bank on the fact that he, in the end of the game, be able to score more points on Stranglehold and Direct Assault, and it's possible to get maybe 9 on bows even if the first 2 turns the middle is completely in Drukhari's side.
Yep. Yeah, so that's something we'll talk about as we move on to talking about Dylan's list here. And kind of an evolution of Thick City that we've seen taking place over the last couple of weeks. The list can be extremely powerful, at least from a sort of damage dealing and damage taking standpoint. It becomes very tanky and swings back super hard if you focus on those Grotesques and those Talos and those Chronos. But one thing that the list has the weakness of the Thick City Drukhari in the past has been objective secured, and it looks like we are pivoting away from maxing out our Talos and maxing out our Grotesques to taking more Racks, which I think is a much scarier version of the list because the one thing that those Grotesques don't have is objective secured, so pairing them with a billion Racks certainly helps a lot. Hopefully those silencers over on Wolfvonmibu side of the table are up to the task of getting rid of those guys.
Yeah, and it's really hard to make the right choices because if you kill all the Grotesques, then suddenly he's still on the objectives and he's still scoring, right?
Yeah. So we have this is a triple patrol, triple patrol coming out of the Drukhari. We have 1 Artist of the Flesh. So -1 damage on all the Homunculus Coven units, led by Drazar. He is the Warlord, so he'll get his rerolls this time around. We have a big unit of 20 Racks with a Whip and an Ossifactor. Another unit of 10, as well as 2 units of 5 Grotesques and the 2 Talos units, 3 Talos apiece in that detachment. Second detachment, this one is pure Cabal of the Black Heart, so we have access to Agent's Effect if we need it. That's bringing an Archon and a Succubus, both of them, or just a Succubus upgraded, actually, not a Master Archon this time around, but he is bringing Ancient Evil and the Jinn Blade, the classic Archon build. Succubus bringing the Triptych Whip and Precision Blows to deal some mortal wounds. We have 1 unit of Rax in that detachment, which will not be getting the -1 damage because they are not in the Artist of the Flesh detachment. But then our third detachment is another patrol, this one bringing a Homunculus to give that +1 toughness to all of the Homunculus Coven stuff. 2 units of Rax, 1 of 10, 1 of 5, as well as another unit of 4 Grotesques, and some Mandrakes to be doing some actions and just acting as a utility unit. So overall, I think it's pretty classic Thick City. I do like the pivot to taking more Rax. Certainly, I think makes the list a little bit more intimidating. But yeah, generally it's just Drukhari stuff.
I totally agree. I counted 44 Rax, and feel like people are going even more and more in this direction. What is your presumption? Are we going to see even more? Like I just last weekend there was one with I think 160 Rax, completely insane. And it also won the event. I don't know.
We have one in Group 3. So Group 4 is our Grey Knights group. It's 3 out of 4 Grey Knights players, and then Dylan, who's here trying to fight his way out. Group 3 is our Drukhari group. It's 3 out of 4 Drukhari players. And
do you know how many Rex are in this group?
In total? I don't know. But we do have Haliveraith, who is playing 120 Rax, alongside 15 Grotesques and 3 Talos. So he's all in on Rax City.
Do you think the meta is going to stop it, or is GW going to stop it?
I do think the meta will put a little bit of a pressure on those infantry spam style lists. We already saw, interestingly, in that group, we saw Purple Orc, aka Lord Solar, play against a more classic Thick City style, which is focused more on the Talos. And he got absolutely bopped and then played against the infantry spam. He was playing an Orc Speedwa and destroyed the poor Rax on the swing back. So I do think, any sort of skew like that is going to open yourself up to some bad matchups. And I think that's what we might be seeing there.
And the Orcs suddenly can make use of all their blast weapons a lot. Then suddenly the Copters don't have only average 4, but average 6 shots. That's a lot,
yeah.
And in this invitation, it's always... In this invitation, you can always change the list after the group stage, right?
Yes, yeah. We change in the elimination stage.
People can put on a lot of anti-infantry shooting.
Exactly.
They want to.
Yeah. Yeah, and they can build for the players that did make it through.
Did people know when they put in their list who was in their group?
Yes. Yeah, the groups had been announced, but not factions. And we did see some hard pivots. Jonathan, I think, famously in Group 2, who played all season as either pure Craft Worlds or mixed Eldari, moved to Crusher Stampede. And also in Group 2, Ray667, who's famous for playing basically nothing but Necrons, pivoted to Death Guard. So we saw some really hard pivots for sure.
Nice.
So Drukhari did win the role to go first, ended up taking the first turn, which is pretty powerful on this mission because it gives you that free scoring of Stranglehold and Direct Assault without really having to commit. And we've just seen him put those 5 racks in the center there to grab those 6 points. Whereas otherwise, just keeping relatively defensive. The Talos hiding behind the walls. The racks are kind of up in the middle. So I think the question here is what Wolfvonmibu's target priority will be, whether he thinks it's worth trying to push to get the racks, or to get the Talos, excuse me, or just kind of take the safer play and remove as many racks as possible.
I think the play is quite smart from the Drukhari player. He could have gone all in and saw lots of things on Objective 3 in the middle, but this way he's still scoring and he doesn't make himself vulnerable for any counterattack yet.
Yeah.
But maybe also he's underestimating the Storm Raven because it really adds a lot. I think I missed that there's there's one Tech Marine in the little corner. Mm-hmm. You can probably see him behind the big L. And of course, he's going to give +1 to hit to the Storm Raven. And I think in our tests, before the Stormraven almost deletes one Talos unit itself, if he on a good day. But 1 or 2 he can definitely do. And if the Talos are down, it's like even technically impossible to kill the Stormraven for the Drukhari.
Yep. Yeah, I think it's interesting because Drukhari have at various stages in their life cycle been relatively weak to aircraft because for a while they would just kill them with liquefiers, right? But now liquefiers don't get the +1 damage from Dark Technomancers anymore. There's very little like high accuracy ranged weapons that shoot up in the Drukhari Codex. They're kind of like, maybe they're leaning on Trueborn or something to try to knock planes out of the sky, but that's not really the volume of damage that you need. So it's mostly just Talos charging them. And if you play super cagey and you don't get yourself in charge range of Talos with your aircraft, which, as the aircraft player, is almost entirely under your control. And especially for a unit like a Stormraven that can hover mode and just back up if it needs to keep itself out of threat range. That thing should be just sort of an oppressive, consistent damage over the course of the game that's going to attrition down this Drukhari army.
And it's also pretty good against the Rex with the Hurricane Bolters over time.
Yep. Yeah, the toughness 5 does get in the way a little bit once they're near the Homunculus, but it is such a volume that it should help quite a bit. And
I'm sure his whole army is in 6-inch to Homunculus right now, right?
Yeah, the Homunculus is right in the middle. Yeah. We can see the aura there. Although we do have these Mandrakes over here, they're only going to be toughness 3. They are pretty good Hurricane Bolter fodder if we need to target for that.
They seem doomed.
Yeah.
What are you thinking about? What do you think about the Kronos? They were part of the 6th city originally, and I think also they went down a lot. Do you think it's mainly because other people also have -1 damage now, or it's because generally you rather want to have more of the other stuff?
So I think it's actually sort of the opposite, because the big benefit of Kronos is you can take them in Dark Technomancers and their Flamers will still get that +1 damage. The downside is that if you take them in Dark Technomancers, it turns out, I don't know if you knew this, but if you take them in a different subfaction, they are not in fact Artists of the Flesh. So they become the thin part of the thick city, and every single gun immediately shoots them, and they die. As soon as someone, if you have any guns that deal like D3 damage, and you see that one of your opponent's units is not -1 damage, you just your little ears perk up a little bit, like oh, I can deal damage to those guys. And then they vaporize. And unfortunately, Kronos, with those flamethrowers, their threat range is not phenomenally large. So they do kind of have to get up a little bit aggressively.
Yeah, I think so too. I think they have their days now.
Yeah. So I believe that's one of the reasons that we're seeing them taken less often. But there are still a lot of matchups, Grey Knights being one of them, where that Flamer profile is very good. The 2 damage is great at chewing through the Strike Marine squads, and it's great against the Dread Knights themselves because they don't have damage reduction.
Yeah, +1 to wound is very nice. -2, so all enough to really damage the Dread Knights.
Yeah.
I actually really like him even in the Artisans of Flesh detachment for the stratagem and for the Weaver Ones to wound.
Yep.
And no one ever shoots him, because if you tell him, oh, this is a Kronos, oh, does he have +1 damage? No, he has -1 damage. He's like, oh, I'm not going to shoot him. No, I'm going to leave him alone. Right. Usually he survives until turn 5.
Yeah, they say that until he starts respawning Talos, and then they're like, oh, I should have shot that guy earlier. Yeah. We do have a couple players, I think, in Group 3 are taking 1 or 2, like units of 1 or 2 Kronos, mostly just for that reroll 1's aura, just to make the Talos bricks slightly more consistent.
Yeah, because if you manage to get a unit of 5 Cortez, charge something and kill it, and then be in 6 inches to the Kronos, and then they have a 5-up invulnerable save, it just makes them so much tougher.
Yeah.
you're just gonna hate yourself for letting this unit be in range of them, and then you're like, oh, all these 5 he's rolling now for his invulnerable save, they could have been just wounds go through.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about this Wolfvonmibu's plan here? He's going quite aggressive towards objective marker 2. So I assume the Talos are going to be dead. That must be Wolfvonmibu's plan. And the Rex in the middle, we can see probably the Nemesis Dread Knight in the middle is just touching objective 3. So he's also aiming to get a 6 points for Stranglehold and Direct Assault. I think we are missing still the 3rd objective to be taken from him. I guess the interceptors can do that easily.
Yeah. Yeah, we may see a shunt. Do we have Gate of Infinity in this list? Yeah, on the on the Sword Bearers Grandmaster.
It's in there once, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so he
we don't have any boni on advance, right?
No bonus.
yeah, he does have Unyielding Anvil on that same Grandmaster as well, which I imagine is the red one. Is that right?
Oh, I always get confused.
Yeah, it should be the red one because there are 3 Dread Knights in the Sword Bearers attachment.
Yeah, the red. Yeah.
Yep. So he's hiding in the back there. So giving objective secured to the Dread Knight on objective 3. Although he will still, in order to control that objective, he will still have to get rid of the racks there. And here comes that Stormraven to get that Mandrake squad like we talked about. Get Hurricane Bolter, Mandrake squad.
And we see him measuring from the Talos in the back. He wants to stay out because they do shoot melter guns with 18 range, but also even in 18 inch range have the +2 damage. And they only hit on 5s, but they could kill him out of the sky just with shooting.
Yeah,
and you don't want to risk that.
One thing, these are not King Khan Fury's Talos, though, fortunately. So they're going to do significantly less damage. But his Talos always seem to deal about twice as much damage as his average with their Heat Lances.
They're just shooting Talos.
Yeah, yeah. Famously, in a game I was playing against him, he had 2 Talos kill a Hive Tyrant from full in Overwatch with their Heat Lances.
That sounds about right.
Which is, it's about average, I think.
You know they take -2 from the brain, don't you?
I'm surprised he even spent a CP for that, but he was like, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Who needs reroll to wound and stuff?
yeah.
I can just troll Trevi. Let's make him angry.
It worked.
Was it a tournament game?
Yeah.
It was.
Was it a tournament game?
It was a tournament
Nice.
game.
Did you lose that game?
I did.
Nice. Was that a mistake? That one thing?
Yeah.
Nice.
That did it.
Totally worth it.
Yeah. So we do see the interceptors moving down to objective 4 to grab that objective. Here comes the psychic phase. I'm going to throw it back to the players' mics real quick here so we can hear what they're casting.
And strike squad. Back.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Next up, the Brotherhood Librarian wants to cast with 3d6.
Yeah. I'm gonna back that.
Yeah, no problem. And he's going to cast Empiric Lodestone +1 to wound.
Okay.
Goes off on an 11.
Cool. Okay.
+1.
Yeah, so we do have Vect on the 3d6 drop 1 die cast.
And he's going to smite
Stratagem for Psychic for Grey Knights,
on an 8.
which is going to be a big deal.
Okay.
Yeah, just D3 into the Taloi.
It's into the left.
Yeah, that's a
spot.
good
For
choice.
free.
But there's so many
great.
things you
Whatever.
can back.
Yeah, 3 in the Rex, sorry.
Should choose any.
Yeah, and that is going to make it's going to make
Phase two.
those +1 damage and +1 to wound spells a little bit tougher in the future, because I imagine,
wait.
even though Wolfvonmibu was only down to 4 CP, that's where a lot of his CP ends up going, is buffing those casts.
14 away.
To buff all of these guns on these
Cool.
Nemesis Dread Knights.
I want to get a CP back.
Yeah,
with
what
my
he used
Submarine.
he's gonna demonstrate the
Plus
combo
buff
by itself, I think.
for plus
By himself
one.
now.
What did you roll? 5.
5.
Isn't the command point divinations a 6, isn't it?
Oh, now the Hammer Spite's gonna come in play, I guess, right? On the
Yes,
Homunculus?
the old one is a 5. Sorry.
Oh.
No, I think I'll have to say sorry to Matt. Okay. Damn it. Okay, never mind. For CP, we don't need the CP anyways this turn. Next up, Grandmaster. I'm using the Gamma of Inatu. And going for the +1 damage on Bataloi. Goes off on a 10.
Okay. That's worth trying to stop just on the off chance we get an 11.
Of course. Matt denied everything on an 11 and 12 yesterday. So he should be
you're gonna have to.
uh,
You're not in range.
I'm not in range. I put myself inside of 12.
Oh, which Grandmaster
am I
is
not
it?
in range? Here? For Grand.
Yeah, that one's 14 away.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know. Didn't I have extra movement? No, I hadn't. Okay, sorry. I'm just
No.
playing a CP for extra range. This was my mistake.
Okay. On 11? No. I'll CP reroll it because why not?
Yeah, I think that's worth it.
Oh, Nelly.
Oh,
Nearly.
man.
Wow.
Okay.
So really trying to stop that lodestone for +1 damage on that Talus unit, which is going to represent a ton of damage on them. Dylan putting in the CP reroll
And
to fish
we're
for
playing
an
a CP
11.
An additional
And almost
cast
getting
with
it.
him. And
Was
we're
it?
going for Sanctuary.
Yeah, I think it's worth it just to tilt your opponent if you get that 11, right?
Goes off, +2.
You can tell Malte was already with the annoyed he
and goes
he
onto
misplaced that one Dread Knight.
Storm Raven.
Okay.
But it's quite intense. If you have all these covens just at your front of your doorstep, you want to make things right.
Yeah, I mean,
And
especially Drukhari going first, where they turn on their advance and charge immediately top of turn 2. You need that first
So
turn
you
damage
cast
output to
it,
go
you
perfectly
cast
almost.
it, You and the back cast it. Did anybody else cast? Attack 3.
Things can
which
kind of
which
spiral intensely in this
So
situation.
Did you hear which one
is
these
going- the
failed?
Nemesis
Which
is going
psychic
for a
power?
smite on a 6. Doesn't go
Yeah.
off.
He failed his divination, which so he's 1
so
CP
we're
down.
going
But I think all
for-
of his other spells so far have gone off. He has the
Hammerhand.
Sanctuary on the Storm Raven gunship. He has the +1 to wound and +1 damage on the Talos.
Hammer hanged on the hammer on the Nemesis in the center. Goes off.
Ah, there no +1 to hit.
And
No,
on the
+1
hammer,
to hit
Nemesis
comes from
next
the
to him.
Stratagem. Yeah.
Doesn't go off.
Yeah, so we should see lots of damage going into the Talos.
Just want to hit. We need a hammer hand marker to wound.
Had a question in chat from Plex about pod placements. Pods have not yet started for Season 5. They should start relatively shortly, and there is there will be an announcement in the Discord if you're there when that starts to happen. But if you are in the wait lists, then you'll be added as soon as a spot opens for you.
Do something silly.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Boom, 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 boom.
I think that should be it for the psychic phase.
Yeah, I like this. One thing that we often see is the this nuclear missile Brotherhood Librarian with Psychic Epitome put in Deep Strike so that he can come in and hit something kind of aggressively. But I do like his placement on the table here.
The Grandmaster.
Since this Drukhari army is going to be so aggressive, he's always going to have something to hit. And, well, I think he would have liked to go into the Talos. He ended up hitting the racks with his initial smite. He's certainly going to have something a little bit more meaty to sink those mortal wounds into this coming turn. And there's not going to be any counterplay to screen out his Deep Strike on Dylan's side of the table.
Yeah, he's gonna have targets because the carbons are coming at him.
Yeah, and he's very safe in that in that castle of dread knights.
Hitting you on freeze. Wounding you on
I also think it's
twos.
important to keep him
5 wounds.
a little bit more defensive because he can come at any weird
One
angle
goes
with the
through.
deep strike.
Five,
But if
already
where is she?
Uh,
The succubus
Oh yeah,
sees
no,
him.
I'm AP
He's
dead.
Never.
She's gonna go for him
Yeah,
and kill
2
him.
go through, damage 3, so damage 2, so 4.
So that was Dylan making
2 did
four
go through, right?
4 out of
No,
5
one went through. I rolled
Only
4.
one went through.
armor
3
saves.
5s and
Looks like against the side cannon.
so just 1 damage.
Easy.
1 damage, little weapon. Rerolling with 1. And wounding you on a 4. So 5 more AP1 on a 4.
Yeah.
So 2.
That's
2
fair.
more.
Dylan really spiking these saves
Just
right now.
2. Okay. Next up, Storm Raven, shooting everything into them. I'm paying 1 more.
And here goes the Storm Raven.
Cannot interrupt.
Raven.
Is it important? Where's your Archon?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I have. If I never declared my doctrine, I have the mortals and melee and higher range doctrine. Boom. He's there, so you can charge both. One spot last, one gets killed, cannot interrupt. But I think there's only 8. Right. Yeah, you're in here, and you're in here. You're in here and in there.
Cat and Tilts. I don't know if anyone's ever actually played that sound alert on
And you
stream
can just
before,
put him out
but I
and
appreciate it.
cast, I believe.
Can we get one of those
Nice.
when that librarian
So
starts
it
going
doesn't
on?
matter, we cannot interrupt anyways. So we will put the everything from Storm Raven into the Taloi, and we are paying 1 CP for Hurricane Bolters.
So the Hurricane Bolters now
we're
wound
gonna
on
start with Plasma Overload
auto wound on 6s to hit.
for 4 shots.
Yeah.
Hitting you on 2s, 1 wound for me, and wounding you on 2s for 3.
That's the +1 to wound. Very important here.
-4, right?
-4, -3, I believe.
-3. Okay, it's 6s anyway. 6s. Hey, we save 1, and then that'll do 2 damage apiece.
2 damage apiece for 4.
Hey,
Okay.
he's dead. That's cool.
Our first Talus removed.
Kills 1.
Finally,
wanna
those saves not going perfectly for Dylan.
3 hits. And 3 wounds.
1 save. Oh, sorry, I rolled 4 dice.
Yeah, just. Okay, first one.
Okay.
D6 plus 2. 4,
Yeah.
7, down to 6.
Yeah. Does 5 damage.
Next one. For 4, down to 3.
Okay. 1, 2. You did 5. That's 4 down to 3. Down to 1.
Okay.
Oof.
And
1 damage.
again, and again
Oh.
3.
Sorry. Yes. Live?
Because he was on 12.
No,
3
dead.
damage. Oh no! Ah, I didn't kill one. Okay. So we have 2 missiles left. Hitting on 2s, wounding on 2s.
So important.
So 2 more AP3. 2 more
Yeah.
setups.
No,
And,
damage.
3 damage apiece, so down to 4.
Yeah. There's 2.
Just 2. Okay. And then we have the Hurricane Bolters with Psi ammunition left. Hitting you on 2s.
Ooh, nice roll there. 5 auto wounds.
6s auto wounds and wounding you on 4s. So
So
12
nice.
with AP1. 6s here are also part of
Yeah,
it.
okay.
That's the
There
story.
you go.
Oops.
Get him!
That Cybolt ammunition on the Hurricane Bolters there, that really
That's 4.
Stays alive.
helps out. Talos down to 1.
We tried.
Get in there, Librarian with your Storm
We
Bolter.
tried.
Get him.
Kill him!
Get him.
Okay, so you shot.
Yeah, and I mean the whole
Storm
combination works because the +1 from the Tech Marine and then the +1 that's the +1 to hit, and the +1 to wound from the
Next
psychic
up,
power,
Nemesis in the back. Heavy weapon into the Taloi.
and then extra damage.
Right, and they all work on all of those
let's
weapons, not just your
Yes,
psi
yes.
weapons. Yeah.
What are we going to do? You are.
I think the bolter's downed, but that's
I don't want to risk.
no
that.
the +1
Just
damage
put
doesn't work.
everything
Oh,
but
the
it's
damage
on
with the
other
+1
stuff.
to wound. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That really
Hitting
makes a difference.
8, 10, 5. 5 is not enough.
Now, interestingly, we don't have Reanimator on the Homunculus, so he's not going to be able to repair these rack units once they start going down, which is a warlord trait that several other versions of this as they're playing in order to keep their rack units topped off. But that doesn't mean that the little chip damage into the rack units is going to be a big deal, since if you are able to respawn them in your command phase, you can often do some primary objective control and try to place additional models onto objectives. In this situation, could be awkward if any of them die and they end up getting reanimated onto objective 3. But we don't have that here. So basically, all of Wolfvonmibu's random ranged attacks are going to be able to go into these racks, just sort of slowly chip the units down, which is definitely, like we talked about in the top, one of the big benefits of Grey Knights. They have all those Storm Bolters.
Definitely. And remember, in the Storm Raven, there are still 9 strike squads in there.
Yes, absolutely.
They're going to be ready to countercharge when the Drukhari comes first forward in the next turn.
2,
Yeah.
-2.
That's going to be another sick use of Cybolt ammunition, I hope.
Yeah, I think so.
And
But at
number
this point now, he really needs to
number 3
calculate
because
his
of-
stratagems
Mhm.
and
Oh,
TP
no.
right.
yeah. Okay.
When it explodes, it's 3 inches. So that's roll for the grotesque.
So it looks like Talos did
No,
go down.
roll-
So 1
roll
unit of
for
Talos
that.
removed. Storm Raven
They save it.
mostly out of danger
Cool.
this turn, anyway.
So we wounded the grotesque.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We did have a question about the
And,
the, librarian combo in chat there. Essentially, the Brotherhood Librarian is the specific Psyker specific character, I guess, for Grey Knights. So while all of their the Grey Knight units are Psykers, the Librarian has an additional cast over the regular ones. And oftentimes you see him with the Psychic Epitome Warlord trait, which deals an additional mortal wound every time he casts a Witchfire psychic power. So you can stack him full of really good offensive powers, and all of them dealing an additional mortal wound, and then basically also stack all of your psychic power buffing stratagems on him. So roll 3d6 to cast with an additional, cast extra range, potentially an additional cast. And then he has Purifying Flame, which will deal a flat 4 mortal wounds plus 1 for the power, so 5. And then a Vortex of Doom, which is a 2d3 plus 1, and then potentially even just the Smite if you want to use the stratagem to cast again. So he can be pooping out an immense number of mortal wounds in one psychic phase once he gets all tuned up. But also, as we saw, he's also in the Swordbearer's detachment, so he gets access to the regular Swordbearer's psychic power to give that +1 to wound to all the Swordbearer's units.
Yeah, I think that was a good use of him. Use him for that.
Yeah.
It's okay for you if I combine? I can.
Yeah, you can roll
So-
all together.
Am I right that now the 4th Grandmaster is shooting, or the 4th Dread Knight. So we only see until now 5 Rex, 3 Talos, and 1 Contest down.
And 3s and 5s. So you are off.
You think that's enough?
5 saves.
I think
Kill the last one, hopefully. Nothing.
we certainly still have these front
he's
Dread
bad
Knights
on one
potentially
down,
in
one.
danger.
Down, one
The
down.
power of Torturer's Craft on all of these, sort of just the massive volume of attacks that we have out of these rack squads, certainly can chew through even the defenses of a Dread Knight, especially since they
Whatever charge here.
I mean,
get themselves to AP2 if they Blade Artist, so they can punch through their 2+ armor very well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
So I think what we may see here is just a flood of that center objective with all of those racks. The awkward part is going to be where these Talos end up, because if Dylan exposes himself to another turn of shooting like that last one with all of the buffs active, that second Talos unit is going to go down, and like we talked about, that's the only thing keeping the Stormraven at bay. The Stormraven just starts going ham if those Talos get knocked down.
Bishop 8, Velos 2, but they have like a bonus somewhere.
Yeah, and then he's going to be
They
shooting.
only lost
they
two.
lost two,
I
but they
didn't.
can't fail.
Yeah.
Neo Isolationist exclamation point how to play in chat should get you to our new player tutorial series, and that has all of the information on downloading TTS for 40k for TTS.
Which is the best way to test out a list like this
Absolutely.
before building
Yeah.
44 racks and all this.
Yeah.
Don't buy it. First test it in TTS.
Yeah. Before everyone gets out and buys their Storm Ravens, play a couple games with them on TTS. It is nice to see the Storm Raven gunship back on the table, though. I know we saw them for a hot minute in the previous version of the Grey Knights Codex when you could Edict Imperator the Storm Raven and use it to strategic reserve turn after turn, which was very cool use of that unit. This one maybe a little bit more straightforward, but obviously equally effective as we've seen.
Yeah. Actually, in matchups where there's long range shooting, Malte often puts him in reserve because on many maps you cannot hide him.
Exactly a 9,
And
so
it might seem like a waste, but
Yeah, well,
he still does his job because he will always shoot first. And with the Grey Knights, like this list is built, you have the Psychic Power for Gate of Infinity, teleporting one of the Dread Knights. You can use the Treasure for one of the, I think in Wolfvonmibu's list, it's the 2 Grandmasters. They can use the teleport, belt, Homer, whatever thing. They can also jump around. So
Yeah,
even if
teleport
you teleport jump, yes. So even imagine like a shooting match, like a more shooting based matchup here. You could hide all of his army behind these 2 line of sight blocking terrain pieces, and then in turn 2 he can come out with 2 of the Dread Knights basically anywhere on the board, just 9 inches away from the opponent, and also the Storm Raven, and then still have a very strong Alpha Strike before the opponent even does something. So it seems like a very maybe like one-dimensional list. And if you look at the army list, it's definitely looks like that, but it can play more defensively and more cagey than maybe playing 5 or 6 big vehicles. Seems like.
Yeah, there's definitely a curious tension in your opponent, because if you do enact that super cagey game plan, your opponent is incentivized, right, to screen out the center of the table to make those teleports and the strategic reserve on the gunship a little bit less effective. But one of the weaknesses of Nemesis Dread Knights is, even in Tide of Convergence, their range isn't great, right? They only shoot 24 with their weapons, up to 30 with Tide of Convergence. But if you're playing very cagey, that's often not enough to get to grips with, sort of the meat of your opponent's army. But if you're representing all of those teleport threats and your opponent has to screen you out aggressively, even the Dread Knights that aren't teleporting are still going to get decent shots into that front screen, right? So it's always curious to see sort of that gameplay dynamic between the army trying to screen out versus the army that is really good at killing units that are screening you out. And I think
Yes.
that's certainly one that the Grey Knights can use to their advantage using this particular list.
Not worth it.
And
Five,
on top of that comes the secondary part, because they have this very strong secondary purifying ritual, which I don't know if you just have 2 objectives. I think you have it at 10 points, right? After 5
yeah,
rounds.
you'll get 2 points a turn. Yep.
Yeah, and then maybe he will capture like another one. And the thing is, you can even do this this action, this psychic action, if there's an opponent on the objective marker. So you will be likely be able to go to a third objective and do it as well, even in the midst of the battle. And you can even do it again if another unit fails it on objective marker. So you can you super fail safe for that. So yeah, it's even the secondary play somehow forces you into the Dread Knights quite often.
Right.
Oh, I really like the position of the succubus here, just in between the 2 war pieces. So Wolfvonmibu will really have a hard time charging her in the next turn, because I don't think he's going to be able to kill all the Rex. Because if he does, then he's going to fail on all the other fronts. The grotesque just in front of him.
Right. Now he does have access to the stratagem for the teleporting units, where they can fall back, shoot, and charge. But importantly, this Dread Knight in the front does not have a teleporter. Only the one in in between the 2. This one in the middle. Which means I think it seems like Wolfvonmibu is expecting to lose this front Dread Knight, or at least have it be badly enough damage that it probably won't be a huge factor later on in the game. But then he can, if the second one gets touched, it can fall back and still almost act as normal. Although you do lose your psychic casts if you do use that stratagem. And here come the Talos.
You could try to teleport him out and then just shoot.
That's also
and
true.
Stay maybe on objective 4.
Yeah. You can't teleport Shunt out of melee, but you can just gate Infinity normally.
Probably definitely get these 2 things.
So we do have
they're so slippery.
Yeah, they are. It's for a 3-story tall giant robot. They are very sneaky. The Talos unit is committing into the center.
And we can't see the plane. So yeah, we'll advance the Talos. A whole inch. Wow.
Advancing up, so they're not going to be firing their heat lances. Yeah, I think
that's interesting.
I think they were out of range of shooting the Storm Raven. Only 18 inches on those guns.
Yeah. Wolfvonmibu probably pre-measured that properly.
Yep. Yeah, I think the Talos would have had to go an entirely different direction, and one that's probably significantly less effective. If the Talos don't really want to stand out in the middle there between the 2 objectives, they want to be on an objective, actually fighting for it.
Interesting choice to advance the Talos. He could have shot with the 6 heat lances, but I guess he just wanted to bring them closer, and now I'm not sure. He should probably have a 5-inch charge, of a 6-inch charge. It was an 8-inch charge before the advance, and they do much more damage in close combat than they do in shooting. They can do a lot in shooting, but it's super unreliable.
Yeah, and especially against those high invulnerable saves.
Okay, and then Mandrakes, what do they want to do?
I'm actually curious how the Rex are going to play in this next turn, because even though they don't, they as you said, they can do some damage, but the other units are higher priority. But if everything is stuck in combat in this little no man's land there, if you have to shoot the Rex, but you want to kill the Talos, for example, but you're forced to by being in close combat, it might be a bit messy, and maybe Wolfvonmibu is not gonna leave this corner.
Yeah, I think sweeping clear is a mission that can kind of get away from you if you aren't playing aggressively. It is a very aggressively slanted mission. So I think it would be problematic, even if Wolfvonmibu is able to deal an immense amount of attritional damage. It would be a little bit unfortunate if he does get locked into his deployment zone, as it were, here. Although he does have these interceptors over here that are kind of uninteractable by the Drukhari right now.
Kind of interesting. The Drukhari play completely neglects the side.
Yeah. I think he recognizes that he has to kill the Dread Knights, because if he doesn't, they'll shoot him to death. So he could maybe send a unit over there. It would take a turn or two to get there, but that's another unit that's not fighting Dread Knights, and that means he might just have to leave that objective go and let Wolfvonmibu have his 10-point turns, where the fight is, I think, as Dylan correctly recognizes, is for the center objective, because that does represent that stranglehold and direct assault points you could be getting.
Yeah, for both of them.
Yeah. Now, it is interesting that we see the Mandrakes moving out here. I do, hey, we got the 7-inch charge from the Talos. Good stuff. It does look like we're body blocking with those guys. Any potential charges into the blue grotesque unit that's at the bottom of the screen here.
I think.
By the way, is the scoring relevant in the group stage, or is it only important that you win?
Yeah, scoring is relevant, actually. The top 2 players in each group will make it out. So depending on the results, the number of wins each player has, your victory point scoring may matter. But obviously, all players are playing the same missions, so they all have equal opportunity to grab those VPs.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, so
2.
it's important to get.
Are we able?
It's only
I
the
think
mission
we
that
can
your
one.
own points, right? It's not the differential.
Correct.
It's not some. Yeah.
Rolling so free.
Yeah. So then I think it's totally the right play for the Drukhari player here. He wants to get as many points as possible, and it's okay if the Dread Knights, the Dread Knight player, the Grey Knight player, just score some points on the objective 4.
It might as well be faction Dread Knight, to be fair.
Yeah.
So Talos
Might not be anymore in the future, but
yeah, we'll see.
That's maybe for later.
Maybe it'll be faction Stormraven.
Yes. Did they make anything cheaper for the Grey Knights, or only nerf them?
That's a good question. I don't know off the top of my head.
I think they made the Dread Knights 20%, then the Interceptor 2 or something.
Yeah, it was the Interceptors up 2, Dread Knights
Oh,
up 10,
wow.
I think.
There's a 12-inch charge with with the Rex. Sorry, not so exciting.
I think it is the more important change, I think, in Warzone Nakmund is the change to sub factions for Grey Knights, because they will no longer, this list will no longer be able to be played once the update goes through, because you're only allowed to take one bracketed sub faction keyword, which means you can't take the Sword Bearers plus Prussian Brethren. And that also limits you to only one Grandmaster in your list, so you can only ever have one Grandmaster Dread Knight.
Maybe 4 Dread Knights and 2 Stormraven.
Oh, Spice Knight, yeah, the Terminators went down. That's true. I think all the Terminator variants went down too, if I remember correctly.
No, I think we accept that.
It's not a lot,
nice.
but it's something. Those guys were wildly overcosted.
I have some backstory prepared from Wolfvonmibu, but maybe we wait this combat.
Yeah. Because they could
Yeah, if
get
the blue
nine
ones
very
had made the
effective
12-inch charge, that would have been big, I think.
Should kill them.
The blue chest just at the crater.
Yeah, I wonder if Dylan wants to keep them back. I like this move to kind of engage across the breadth of the Dread Knights, because you can only fall back and operate with one of them. One of them can gate potentially, but that's fallible. So the more he ties up in combat, the less are going to be able to shoot whatever they want.
Because the Storm Raven's in the sky, isn't it?
Stormraven is in the sky, yes.
Yeah. Cool. Just on to combat then.
All right. That's all the charges. Yeah,
With-
Mandrake's just
I want to start.
acting as a bodyguard for that blue grotesque unit, just stopping any Dread Knights from getting an easy charge on them.
Because you can't interrupt.
I know.
Are we putting the players on stream again, or
we'll do
when do you switch usually?
Reaker injectors
What's that?
first.
When do you
One
put the
base,
players on the
three
stream?
mortal wounds,
Oh, the player microphones?
5 mortals.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're always in the background.
Ah, okay.
I turn them up anytime
What
we're
a
not
match.
talking.
Yep, and then we
I see.
go 12. Attacks with fists. 4s. 3s.
Ooh.
Okay, 3 saves on your invuln.
Very bad attack
It's
from
Trevi,
those
I can
Talos there.
Fast dice, right?
What sorry?
I can fast dice and reroll, right?
Yeah. Go.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
You're
6 damage.
doing 3 damage.
3 damage
That would be
apiece.
6 damage on the Dread
3
Knight.
damage apiece. We have 1 CP left. We spent this here to reroll one
So,
of them.
so if you fast dice, you cannot reroll.
Okay.
Just
so
to yeah,
Okay.
just
for
to
the next
clarify.
time. For the next time.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll let it happen after that. Wasn't
Okay.
sure.
Down
So
to
are you
6.
going to reroll or not?
It's a little drone rule that tends to be particularly important for Grey Knights. In the fast dice rolling rules in the core rulebook, it does say that while you can roll all of your hit rolls and wound rolls together, saving throws and damage must be rolled individually, which normally doesn't make a huge difference unless you're trying to CP reroll or something, because that gives you additional information that legally you're not allowed to have when you decide to elect to CP reroll if you fast dice your saving throws and stuff. So if you're planning on rerolling or there's a particularly important roll, good practice is to slow roll them. And also, Dylan rolling absolutely abysmal here on these attacks. One Dread Knight down to 6, the other one down to 7, failing an enormous number of wounds with those full rerolls. Oh no.
I'm going to have to spend 2 CP for potent metal toxins.
I have no idea what this is.
Poison works on vehicles.
Ooh, that's strong. What
Yeah.
is the AP on that?
Sorry, I've got minus
What?
1 base down, then
Okay.
minus 2. These are just going to
Yeah,
consolidate.
no problem.
Yeah, chat. That homunculus stratagem to ping all of the psychers within 12 for D3 mortals may certainly come into play here. I have to imagine that that might be one of the pieces of technology Dylan's keeping up his sleeve for this Grey Knights matchup, since he is in a pod with 3 of them.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then I'll do 1, 2,
7,
3, 4, 5, 6,
That's actually
7,
gonna
8,
be useful,
9,
right?
including
8,
the
9, I'm
axes.
sorry? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here and 8 over here. Okay. Where do you start?
I'll do it into the 3 wound one first. 3s.
Okay.
So he did spend
fours.
essentially to get +1
6
to
is a
wound for the
-2.
racks.
6 is a -2, so that's good.
Even +2 to wound.
Oh, +2 to wound. Yeah, that's true. They'd normally be on
Yeah, they would only
6s.
wound on 6s otherwise.
Yeah.
Down to 2.
Pretty good.
And
Yeah.
Oh, and he gets
Ouch.
one of
And then
them.
we've got
All right, well,
one of them's an active,
despite the
so
fact that we saw some bad rolls out of the Talos, and a little bit bad out of the Grotesque, we are coming back here with this big rack squad.
4s.
The racks certainly
-2.
pull the efficiency of those stratagems up quite a bit.
Okay. And then
Definitely.
14.
Yeah, with the stratagem, they're actually pretty decent against them.
One
they
at
cost.
-2 and one at
If
-1.
you compare that,
so 4 up, safe, and 3 up, safe.
Oh, they did swing down pretty heavily into the other Dread Knight. Yeah.
that could have gone worse for Wolfvonmibu.
Yeah, and importantly, he's down to 6 wounds, but we do have that Tech Marine right there who's going to heal him back up to top bracket, unless we can get any more damage out of there. But I think that's it. Yeah, just questioning here if we engage that Grandmaster.
Oh, you have 5 attacks, so this is fine.
6, but
I'll into him.
And actually, a big change, like it's a detail, but it's a change Malte Wolfvonmibu made recently is putting some actual Nemesis Dread Knight hammers, the Nemesis Demon hammer, Great Hammer, onto I think 1 or 2. I think they're pretty big now. So that means he's much better against Talos, Grotesque, and all the Crusher Stampede turrets.
Okay.
Not so good against the Rex.
Yeah.
At least what the Rex are going to be hitting with D3 plus 2 damage.
It's
gonna hurt them, but
5, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure 1 or 2 is still going to make their Pino pain through that.
5, so we will just.
I've seen stuff.
Yeah, both Grandmasters have like
you're
great
-1
hammers.
damage.
Yes.
What's better? What's better? I believe still the fist is better, hitting you on 2s. 6 attacks, hitting on 2s, fist for 2 damage, so 1 damage. But we have 4 hitting, 3 wounding, 3 dead, and here we have 5.
Oh, but he still has the Dread Fist, so
3
he's now
dead.
debating whether to take the
Yeah,
Dread Fist or the hammer.
My math comes off to the same thing. So 6 wounds.
Yeah, that's the
And
fist.
just 5.
Just to get around the minus with the hit that the hammer would normally have.
Okay, 3.
Yeah.
Plus 3. That's fine. 1, 2, 3.
Now, one of the biggest weaknesses of Rax, and one we may see here as they start getting attrition down, is that until we're at that battle round 5, they do not have Fearless. So they'll end up starting to take a lot of casualties over the course of the turn from morale checks, because their base morale is very low.
If there would have been the Kronos we talked about in the beginning in this army, they would now be on turn 5, because they actually killed the Dread Knight, not the Talar or the Cortez. So now that they would have 5+ and 1 with save. Fearless, hitting on 2s. Oh, that's great. Maybe that's the next step. Not 160 Rex, but maybe 120 and 3 Talos. 3 Kronos.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 I did a 6,
No.
so 1.
Just some random lieutenants.
The reroll to wound certainly helps with all of those attacks that the rack units make.
1 more 5-up save for the Rex, because I rolled a 6 for my wound roll against them. And my 6 is the Mortals.
Yeah, I just dropped them out.
You just to drop the mouse?
I dropped my mouse on the floor.
Yeah, okay.
Oh.
No worries. Take your time.
Things outside the simulator happening.
Yeah.
No, careful.
Wolfvonmibu with these, coming with these meta strats over here, making your opponent drop their IRL equipment. Bleed 20 seconds off their clock.
When do you get your 5-up? In the next turn?
It's all part of the game.
I'm sorry?
It's a legitimate strategy.
Yeah.
The turn after.
That's world-class TTS 40k.
Yeah. Yeah. One of the best ways we've seen to win tournaments is just to hire a hitman to attack your opponent while they're playing.
I think I do. We can just shoot you.
Should I ask whether this actually happened in your league?
No. Yeah, in before players start swatting each other before their finals games.
Yeah. Just call their internet provider. Maybe they can do something for you.
Yeah. Just an unplanned service upgrade in the middle of the game.
Text into the Rex. We killed 3 at this time. So let's get you. You're not immune to moral, right? To leadership?
No.
So now we have the Dread Knight with
hitting your
the
3s,
sword.
rolling
He'll be
once.
back.
So 7 hits, strength 6, toughness 5, when on 3s, hammerhand, rerolling everything. So these are 7 saves and 3 mortals.
That's nice.
You need to stop rolling like this. They shouldn't be rolling like this.
But only damage 1 because of your damage.
Yeah, I know.
And 2 more.
And then I've got 2 more, 3 more.
3 more, thank you. Okay, so 4 and 3 for 7 total.
Oof.
No, I lost 4 before and I lose 2 here.
You rolled before 3 2s and a 3 for 4. And now you lose 2. Yeah, 6 more, sorry.
Yeah. That's fine.
Oof. Dread Knights slapping hard. Yeah, that's importantly, the Dread Knights do not lose weapon skill as they degrade. So while they do start losing attacks, although the sword sweep will make up for that, their weapon skill is going to remain at 3 up, which is certainly helpful.
Definitely is. They are rebranching their brother.
Sonic, I have nothing in the rules says you can abduct your opponent and tie them in the bathroom. It's not rules as intended, but definitely rules as written.
Yeah, give me a second to think.
Yeah, no problem.
I don't know.
So even
chat.
though the rolls might not have been that great for the Drukhari, I think he's in a good position. He really put lots of things on the middle objective now. He has killed one of the Dread Knights. He has damaged the other
3,
one
4, 5, 6.
quite a bit. And Wolfvonmibu really, like he, of course, everyone knows in the end he's gonna table the Drukhari. I think all the games go like that, but that's not important. It's about the mission.
I will give you your time. For
That's true.
That is my
Oh no,
time.
sorry.
Not my time.
This was what I'm sorry. I think I forgot all about the time.
Yeah, so importantly, the Storm Raven not considered holding objectives because it is aircraft. So Dylan's going to retain control of objective 2, at least for now.
Oh, you don't forget the strike squad.
Yeah, there's a strike squad there. We also have a lip of the objective that the Dread Knights can access. That's beyond the wall there. And with that unyielding anvil, it's going to be giving the Dread Knights objective secured, so they can grab it back from the mandrakes if they need to.
Also, there's one of the guys, I always forget which one, has this little upgrade to give him objective secure once per game. Let's see who has it.
It looks like there's this perfect little pocket that we can see Wolfvonmibu accessing here, where he has access to all of the Drukhari characters with that strike squad. Oh no!
Oh my god!
Oh no! I think it looks perfectly sized so that a base can fit through the engagement range of the Grotesque and the Mandrake. And they can just wander into the middle here and potentially charge all 3 characters. I guess you don't want to hit the Archon because you will fight last and the Succubus will kill you. But if they can hit the Succubus and murder her before things get too far, this would be going very poorly for Dylan. Oh no! Just these ninja assassin strike squads, like they're coming down on ropes from the Storm Raven. Of course. Ooh, might have to hit that difficult terrain. I guess not if we go on this top side where the Mandrakes are, up here.
Oh yeah. I'm looking forward to when we in TTS actually have an animation for that.
That would be very cool.
Do you have this this drop pod saved as well? Which every time you drop it in TTS, it makes like boom.
It makes a sound, and then when you open the wings, they animate, and they open.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That is my favorite. Yeah.
Not.
It's like maximum little toys, boys playing with the toys, making like pew pew pew. But it's just like it's amazing.
Yeah. Have you seen there's I think it's just in the base game, but there's a bunch of D&D miniatures that have a bunch of animations programmed in.
Yeah, and they walk. And
yeah,
they
when you pick them up and when they walk around. Yeah, we just need that for 40k. Somebody just we'll just rip all of the Dawn of War animations out of the game. Just put those in there.
I want this Grotesque like just shocking with their big knives around them.
Yeah.
So,
You'd have to have them be able to attack with the claw too, though, right? It's important.
Attack with the claw? What do you mean?
Because they often use their little claw to attack.
Ah, oh yes, of course.
Yeah, the hitboxes
Okay.
are the downside, chat, for sure.
6-inch charge, right? I would be inside your test at this moment.
Yeah.
Oh, while he's moving, I have time for my story about Malta.
Yes.
So Malta is part of our team Breaking Heads. We have also we are like a a tiny, only local German version of what you do here all the time. Like we have a TTS league and do tournaments. We have a YouTube channel where we also stream games and cast them and commentate. And I also stream usually all my TTS tournament games. And Malte has joined us, and he's also a coach for us. And what else did I want to tell about him? Yeah, and this list, he was actually preparing this list for a team tournament where we wanted to go, but due to COVID, we couldn't go there. And before he started playing this like mean, obsessive list that can table people turn 2, and yeah, but it's also somehow weird because there's Stormraven. He was playing Grey Knights like even before the Codex, and we was playing the 20 Terminators and the Land Raider and stuff. He really likes to play this junky stuff. But of course, it was with the old Codex, so it wasn't only half as good. And even with the new Codex, he really didn't want to play this kind of list. But then he said, okay, for the team turn, I'm going to play the most abusive list possible. And then he stick to it, and now he has lots of fun with it. So I'm really happy. he took down said goodbye to all of his moral and other issues, and just like, okay, I'm just gonna play the Stormraven and shoot stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Because
we have watched Wolfvonmibu. He loves his combos. Anything he can create a combo around is he's very excited about. So we've watched him play a lot of Emperor's Children. I think in the past has been a fan favorite. We've seen Hyrule pre IAC Hyrule, so back when they were Titanic. We streamed a couple of games with those, which was exciting. I'm seeing he loves to break out the wildest lists.
Yeah, definitely, yes. And actually before that, because he has been playing very competitively, or like competitively at all, only for I think about 2 years, and started with the TTS. And his roots are in playing Apocalypse with friends in northern Germany, and that's why he actually has like 40 Grey Knight Terminators. And that's such a nice shift. So like he used to play only Apocalypse, and then through TTS and also through like your league and tournaments, he really started. He said to me like something. Oh, this can actually be a game as a strategy game, and not only things where you blow shit up.
Who'd have thunk? You know?
Yeah.
Wild.
But you can see the roots in this playstyle as well. He wants to blow shit up.
Yes, absolutely. Wolfvonmibu over here forging so many narratives.
Yeah, nice.
What's the question? Yeah, we did have an IRL stream planned, chat, but it has unfortunately had to be canceled. My hope was that we can reschedule it to later in the week, but unfortunately for now, that's on hiatus.
Was it a tournament stream or something?
No, just I have a new setup in my little studio here, and we're gonna start doing in-person streaming of games rather than just TTS. Yeah.
Cool.
I want to throw a big shout out to Invitational sponsor and also supporter of the stream, GameMat.eu, sent us a whole table setup of terrain, which looks gorgeous. And if you caught our little pre-stream, I had a little trailer for it in there, showing off a bunch of the terrain that they sent over. But it looks great. I'm excited to play on it. Mr. Tunin, if you come over, I will play you 100%. Get over here.
Nice. Are you making Trevi versus Chet?
Yeah.
Something over here when
Chet versus Trevi down. Are you still playing the Harry down?
Sometimes I've dropped it since Crusher Stampede has come out just to play other stuff. But
that's to be cool.
Occasionally, we play. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it did get a little bit boring in my local metagame because it would win a lot.
Yeah, it's not the most fun and interactive
Yeah, I mean,
continuity.
when the games are good, they're really good. But when your opponent is unprepared for Harry Dan, Harry Dan has his way with you, and it's not pretty.
Ouch.
So what was that move there? Was that a...
I think that should have been psychic. What's it called? Gate of Infinity.
We have 1 CP left.
Otherwise, this would have been.
Was
wouldn't
that a
have been
Gate of
legal
Infinity
move.
on the
Yeah, should have been a gate. Yeah.
Yes.
Red Knight? Yeah, okay. Just making sure it wasn't a teleport shunt. I missed that we were in the psychic phase.
So you cast.
Too busy talking about forging narratives.
Brotherhood
sorry.
Librarian, Purifying Flame.
No, you're getting...
Goes off.
That's,
On 4.
that's
Purifying
me
Flame.
not paying attention.
No.
All right, Chad,
It's
where
a
we...
5?
Yeah, it's like a smite.
Shit. Okay.
Let's get
Vortex
that
of Doom
tactical
on
nuke
7.
soundboard going again. Here comes the librarian.
Okay. Did I roll
Hell.
Librarian.
dice?
Yes.
I rolled
Does he have a
One
nickname?
dice, you dropped the other one.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, come
Goes
on.
off.
Vortex goes off. 6 and a 1.
Let me think.
Might see a try to deny on that one.
Tactical nuke incoming!
The inclusion of the Helmut Spy actually is really good in this match.
Try to deny it.
Perfect, Chad. Thank you so much.
Best chance, I believe.
Amazing.
Stopped.
Okay.
And he takes D3 mortals on a petals.
He didn't.
No, but when
Was
I
it-
deny
was-
power, it makes you petals.
Ah, okay, sorry. D3 for free.
Yeah.
Ouch.
5 up. Feel no pain.
So Helm of Spite says no.
Okay.
The anti-ballistic
take a
missile
barrel.
system here, shooting down that tactical nuke on its way over.
We will try the +1 to wound from the Nemesis in the back. 1 to Batalon.
Yeah.
Wait, so what did he do then?
Doesn't make a
Nothing.
big difference.
He
but
did
no,
nothing.
No, doesn't go.
Wow.
He failed his purifying flame and had his
and he
vortex
takes-
denied, unfortunately.
Here.
You can't do the 3d6.
I cannot do the 3d6, you're absolutely right. Okay, I'll try Sanctuary.
Yeah,
On
and
a
the
7.
3d6 cast was vected, so Wolfvonmibu does not have enough CP for it.
Ugh.
And the question is, does he want to take Sanctuary?
What's Sanctuary today? It's a 5, right? It's a 6. I am in 12. I am in 12. 4 up in one. But yeah, bad decision.
By the way, the time of
I'm not in 12.
Dylan
Okay,
is
well, I
running.
will spend my
That's
CP to reroll
Let's
that.
switch that.
Okay.
there was a CPU
Goes
roll
off.
for Sanctuary.
Cool.
Onto the strikes.
And the strikes should be able to survive some of the close
Blue
combat.
Nemesis, you casted. Blue Nemesis, Hammerhand.
Yeah,
And
if
they
there's
didn't take the
Oh,
opportunity.
let's do a smite
Go ahead.
instead.
They didn't take the opportunity to go into the characters, and I think it's because of the Archon. He is placed perfectly there,
Goes off.
so you're always going to fight
Yes,
last if you try to go for the suckles.
Yeah, especially
Yeah.
since unless their charge is particularly good, they're going to have
Okay, so
to
this wasn't like-
dodge the heroic intervention from that guy, because otherwise start a fight
Yeah.
phase, they'll be
Shit.
fighting last.
I forgot the move.
Yeah.
Oh no, he just forgot to move.
Is it fine for you if
Oh.
I still do it? I think I premeditated everything.
Sure.
Dylan allowing him to go back. Very
Nice.
sportsmanlike.
Gentleman play here.
Dylan. Yeah,
Very good.
Absolutely. Well, here
On
they
the
come.
big stage.
Here they come.
Popping around.
Maybe Martin just forgot about to fight last. Now he's gonna do it.
Yeah, that would.
Is there a way around it? It's at the start of the fight phase. No, I don't see any way around other than staying out of 4 inches of him.
We're
And-
trying to.
I mean, it's
cast Hammerhand
possible.
onto
You
the
It's
just
south.
possible.
Just watch out for
Goes
this
off.
guy. I'm not sure that he had the movement to get through this space
Yeah, no
between
problem.
the
I'm
engagement
just
range and the base.
putting him back. No problem.
Yep.
Okay, goes off.
I think there's basically enough space, as we can see, to fit almost exactly one base through this tiny gap. But as soon as there's another guy in the way, I think that makes it a little bit awkward. But yeah, I think he just maybe he's just going to charge something else. It's not
Can
within
just
3
do
of the
psychic
Archon.
rituals in the back. Interceptors goes off.
Yeah, just
strikes
this
for-
gives him more options.
goes off.
Yeah.
2 points for Purify.
Also for shooting, it doesn't matter whether he's moved or not. He already disembarked and then he counts as moved. So,
Right.
One did go off.
Yeah.
First turn.
And they are in. I mean, they're in half distance of everything anyway, right?
Oh yeah,
We're all
sorry.
Stormbolters. So,
Shooting
yeah.
time. Rand Grandmaster shooting everything into barracks.
Okay, shooting phase.
12 shots, hitting you on freeze, wounding you on force. You on force.
That's the Grandmaster in close combat with the Rex.
5 into barracks.
It was an excellent wound roll.
You
Those
still
Rex
get your 6 up invuln this
Are
turn, right?
currently +1 toughness from the homunculus. So the silencer only strength 5 wounding on 4 is still get 5 wound through. And kills all 5. Oh my god.
Ouch.
That is brutal.
Sorry, not supposed to be.
Yeah, and you don't want to pull out of melee range of that guy because it just allows him to charge wherever he
6 more
wants to the
shots.
coming turn. Fortunately, the Psy Cannon absolutely went wide, though. Only 1 hit.
Dylan, you're muted. Are you still with me?
Yeah, I'm still here. Sorry.
Yeah, okay, sorry. Okay, nothing. Big weapons
I think
fails.
Dylan is contemplating about the rolls.
Yeah, sorry about that. My phone randomly
what did I
muted.
do?
I have to, put my
Why
hand
is,
on it.
why is it punishing me?
Yeah, no problem. We don't got
The prayer to the dice box
MCP.
didn't. Well, we aren't
I
here.
should have banged on the Storm Raven being able to reach Bataloy. Or just put him inside line of sight. Okay, never mind. Storm Raven shooting everything at the grotesque.
Storm Raven.
Hitting you on. Starting with Melters, hitting you on freeze, wounding you on freeze. 3 hits. And freeze to wound. 4 free wounds on your invuln.
Saved. Damage.
First one,
Of course.
5. 7,
No.
yes, of course, down to 6.
Yeah.
No, 8 down to 7. 8 down to 7.
You think he's gonna make it?
Okay, kill the
one.
guy.
Kills a guy. Second one,
No one.
3.
Oh,
Nothing.
cool.
That's fair.
So 3 down to 2.
3 down to 2.
There's 1.
Does 1. Okay. Next up, Stonebolter, freeze.
Yep.
And 5s.
Oh,
5s.
6s. 5s. Take 2.
2 more. Missiles.
Oh, you should be on 1.
by the
One
way,
wound.
Trevi,
Mm-hmm.
He's on 1.
due to us starting a bit
Yeah.
late, I
One
have
wound.
to leave in half an hour.
Damage 3
Okay.
down to damage.
No worries.
Bye. Okay.
Down to damage 2.
I might be able to come back, but
Okay.
because I have a dentist appointment actually.
Oh,
And
fair
plus
enough.
more with it.
Well,
Yep, 4 shots.
yeah, I was gonna ask you this after the stream, but I can ask you now, I guess. It turns out right after this we do have a Drukhari mirror match
2 more.
from Group 3, and I know as a Drukhari fan, would you be
Okay, so
would you
4.
want to hop on that one if you have the time?
Actually, I would love to, but we have a stream ourselves
Okay.
at in 4 hours.
There you
So
go.
It's kind of tight schedule.
All right.
But it's a good occasion.
the
Like
land rates I
I'm
might want to hit
because you
after.
said you cannot stream all of the games. I'm gonna stream Malta's other game. It's a Grey Knight Mirror on Sunday.
Mhm.
On my channel on Breaking Heads,
he's-
Breaking Heads 40K. You will find it on YouTube.
Yep.
And I would love to
just
join you for other games coming up.
Are we able to reach
Maybe
it?
this week or even after the group stage. I think the group stage is all this week, right?
Group stage is this week and next week, and then we'll have a bit
okay,
of a
okay.
break, and then February the 12th and 13th is going to be the finals, the elimination stage.
I should mark that, and you guys in the chat should mark that as well. 12th
Absolutely.
and 13th.
Yeah, we actually we're taking a bit of a hiatus because the weekend after this coming, we are scheduled to stream a GT actually, the Captain Con
Okay, back
GT.
to
I should be
shooting.
covering that whole weekend in person. Some real life streams for
oh.
everybody. Very exciting.
Are you gonna be there, or are you gonna do the remote casting again.
No, I'll be there with all my cameras.
Ooh, nice.
It's gonna be good.
The Bravo.
So this is
Marine,
the coming weekend, and then the weekend after that's the Invitational final.
Yes.
Flamer into the Mandrakes, bolt gun into the Mandrakes. The plasma is going to shoot into the Taloi.
So here comes the Storm Raven again.
Taloi are outside. Doesn't matter, right? Wait,
Is that right? Oh no, this
Yeah.
might be the
Okay,
Tech Marine.
enter the Taloi on a 2, on a 4.
Oh, it is the Tech Marine. Excuse me.
Nope. And D6 flamer shots.
Go get
for
him, Tech
3.
Marine.
Toughness of
3.
your Mandrakes is
Toughness
okay.
3.
Only 1 wound.
1 5 up. Saved.
1.
The Tech Marine looking very
And
brave
Bolter.
here, facing down an entire Talus.
Thank you. And the bolter.
So,
2.
interestingly here, it looks like we may be angling to try to take Objective 3 with the Tech Marine.
Okay.
Is that the case?
We'll take that.
Foretelling of locus.
has,
I think he has the objective secure thing.
Taloi by 1.
Is foretelling
Maybe.
not the redeploy?
So that's bad.
Yeah, it's the redeploy.
Starting over.
Oh yeah, probably. Let me check on our official source of all rules.
Advanced.
Yeah, so the Unyielding Anvil is on the Swordbearer's Grandmaster, so the one engaged with the Rax currently.
And that's the
That's the objective
secured?
secured aura, and it will provide objective security to the characters. So I wonder if the plan here is for the Tech Marine to charge into the Rax once they
his base
and try to get his base onto objective 3 with that objective secured aura to take it away from the
Sorry,
towers.
it's a really stupid hitboxes, so
Yeah, no problem. No problem at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, the placement here is very important.
Mandrake.
Just playing around the objectives.
We have 18, 9. Okay, we are putting all the Stormbolters into the Mandrakes.
Cool.
Yeah.
So Storm Raven this time not as much damage as before. 2.5 grotesque, but still decent.
Yeah.
We're getting something.
Not going into the Talus, though.
Wire -1 to hit?
Mm.
So we'll probably see
Okay.
the Talus getting to absolutely let loose on this Grey Knight's army this coming turn. Although, to be fair, if they do as much damage as they did last turn, it's not going to be that impressive. And there go the Mandrakes, finally. Mandrakes get taken down.
Bye-bye.
That's probably the longest the Mandrake unit has ever stayed on the table. Whether or not they're returning to the webway or just being murdered. They often die. And we do see Wolfvonmibu measuring out that 3-inch aura from the Archon, so being cognizant of that. Big question of where
Three
these
Nemesis left.
where this strike squad ends up.
3 Nemesis alone won't kill the Talon.
I think I like the Succubus now as a target. Looks like a decent charge with the strike squad guy on top. Still out of 3 inches.
Yep.
Should have changed the damn warp tight. I'm an idiot. Okay.
Oh, he could even pile in onto the objective in the middle then.
That's true. Tech Marine wouldn't
So
even have to
Nemesis in
lift
the back,
a servo
heavy weapon
arm.
into the Taloi, small weapon into the Freeman Grotesque unit over here.
Okay.
Objective 4, yeah, there's a very well camouflaged interceptor unit. Wolfvonmibu coloring his models red so they blend in with the red tabletop, I'm sure.
6 inches to the Grandmaster.
Yeah, because we have the sneaky Grey Knights here.
Six
yeah,
plus-
they're hiding
plus
on
one
objective
to
4
from
there,
the Tech
yeah.
Marine, 5 to wound, only 2.
Okay. 2 wounds, 6s.
Did we not heal that Dread Knight?
5s. You do 1, you kill that.
He held the one
Oh,
back.
no, he goes down to 1.
He went up to
Oh,
6
okay.
again.
And heavy weapon, 3.
He was already on 6, though, right?
It's heavy into Talos.
1, yes, into Taloi.
Okay, 3s.
And 2s
I don't know.
Yeah.
He might have forgotten that.
for
Yep,
4,
4 wounds.
Nice.
5s.
Okay,
That's
nothing.
fives.
That's not good.
So 3 wounds only.
3.
Yeah, only 3.
So I think the big difference now is that
Okay.
the +1 to hit and
With
wound
Nemesis,
is
same
not on the
targets, 12.
Yeah.
Talos right now, right?
Right.
12
Yeah.
over here,
Oh,
and
yeah.
big weapon
And this
over
makes
there.
so much
Yeah.
difference. And also the +1 damage. Where is it? Did he not? Did he fail it?
I think, yeah, I think
Mm.
Lagging a little bit.
his psychic phase was
Threes,
not very good.
fives,
Three.
3 more into the.
Yeah, I think that the combination which the Drukhari player here, Dylan here uses was really well thought out. So vecting the 3d6 casts and having just in his army list the Hammerspite ready really made a huge difference here.
3 wounds into the Taloy. Saves.
Yeah, especially
one,
since,
one more damage.
The Thick City list
Okay, and last
on the
next
way in
is
has very little to do with CP. It has almost no defensive stratagems. Sometimes you see a never stationary to move the Talos around a little bit more if they get shots off with their guns and maybe their axe with the ossifactors. But otherwise, not a lot to do before they start torturous crafting and metallotoxining, as we saw. Which means that, like we saw at turn 1, Dylan's just throwing CP away, trying to stop these psychic powers.
Less consistent.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah. Small weapon. No,
2.
that's not what we needed.
And
to
the
survive.
Grey Knights
Oh,
are right now
nice.
only targeting 1 or 2 units anyways.
I'm gonna live
So
anyway.
if you deny the power for +1 to wound, you basically deny it for half of his army.
Right.
Down to 1. Okay. And I don't think we have anything.
Oh,
left.
not finishing off that last
Look like it.
Talos.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
that's gonna hurt.
So charges.
With the shooting.
Homunculus looks ready to heal him up again.
He's very excited.
It's only D3, but that's enough.
Into the
Yeah, he's
succubus,
very excited.
And
So Strike Squad going to the
into
Succubus.
these grotesques over here. I believe.
Yeah, so it looks like we might try to get this unit across the wall
So
here
charge,
to escape
let's see
the
what we get.
intervention
Rerolls,
aura from
7.
the Archon.
Ooh, if he rolls a bad roll now, it's gonna be. Oh, he rolled a 7. Okay.
Yeah,
We
that's
want to stay outside of
Because he has 0 CP left, there would be no reroll
Yeah.
to compensate that.
and declared his intention to stay
think
outside 3 as
already
well.
took the-
So very cognizant of that.
You don't have a
fight
way
last
to
aura.
interrupt Morbin.
No.
Etc. Right.
This isn't going to be too many Strike Marines attacking the Succubus, though. To be fair, although
I don't know why he's not using his whole movement.
I think he's just running out of space because the front couple moved the full distance,
Hmm.
but the ones in the back are getting a little clogged up.
Oh, but what he can do is, like, after he stayed out of the 3 inches,
the
he
big
can go
charge.
into the 3 inches again, so
Yes.
the top ones might be able to attack
Should
the
be on
succubus.
marker,
Yeah.
isn't he? Whatever. Tries to charge into the grotesque. It's a 7. This should be fine. As far as I'm aware. I think I pre-measured the 6-inch charge. Did you pull the first one away? So 6.
Yeah,
And one
something
more.
good,
Should still be fine. Okay,
Yeah.
he's still fine.
Cool.
And we want to be over there. You can wait a second.
I'm gonna
Can
touch
we
this
stay
objective with the
outside of
Grandmaster.
3
There it
on
is.
the
All right, there we go.
He does, and not in 3 to the Archon.
Yeah.
Even more important.
Perfect. Perfect. Yeah.
Okay. We cannot.
Ooh,
charge
this
into
could
the
have
we
been.
can charge the top Marine Batalo. I have no way of interrupting, right?
Getting the Archon in, letting him
Yeah.
go into 1 inch to the strike squad, letting the succubus kill the strike squad, and it's all for nothing.
Dylan also importantly out of the interrupt CP as well. He spent all that CP offensively last turn. So no opportunity to interrupt obnoxiously here.
What's running low?
Not looking good. Toughness 6.
Cleanse, purge,
Still
kill.
not. Right.
Dr. Dudes, master of the soundboard in chat, making his presence known.
So with Nemesis over here, charging into the grotesque.
Okay.
Charging into grotesque.
So we finally get to see this this Great Hammer being laid into something that cares about Great Hammer attacks on this grotesque unit.
Yes.
And
Right,
while
hammer him.
Cannot interrupt.
while we do have that
We stand ready.
Cannot interrupt.
the Talos unit, which
correct?
is relatively untouched. I mean, one
Or
Talos
is
down to
it
one, obviously.
something else?
In the center, this looks like it might be kind of backbreaking for the Drukhari, so maybe we get
If you're
enough
talking
damage
with
through
me,
here.
not,
We're going to see this charge of this Tech Marine. I do think the piling consolidates from the strike squad might be a little awkward. We might be able to get this one closer to the Succubus, this one on the back side here. Closer to the Succubus, and such that it can stand on objective 3.
Yep.
7.
I think he should probably activate him last. So all the things on the top are gone, and then he can move
Yeah.
maybe more freely. Because right now I think actually the rack is the closest.
Yeah, good. Not basing, so you should
Oh, that's true, yeah. Yeah, he would probably get
you are already
magnetized to that pink rack.
So I could kill.
Would you see
Very
that this snaky charge from the Tech Marine all the way through the rack unit?
This way.
These Grey Knights, absolute ninjas over here, just dancing around combat. You'd think it would be a Drukhari thing to be super agile and flighty, but no, it's Grey Knight robots.
Never mind.
With giant robot arms.
Yeah,
on
the
top.
actual acrobats of the 41st millennium.
How many wrecks did we kill in shooting with him? Not a lot, right?
Not tons, no.
5 or so. Okay. Okay.
Right
What's the
now,
correct order?
Stranglehold
I don't see
should
the
be
correct
scored,
Okay.
but the Direct Assault is still up.
Will be.
It depends on the movement, the consolidate stuff.
So, end of my charge phase, I believe. Okay. Let's see if we're able to get you in here as we planned. 1.9, 1.8.
He is actually closer to the Succubus.
7 would be over here, so you need to go a little bit nearer. You need to go a
And I
bit
think
nearer.
he-
And when?
Yeah. He could have maybe placed this one guy a little bit better.
1.7. Where is it? Will not be able to reach, right? No, not at all. Okay. In this case, we will just have to kill you and then be nearer to the Taloi. 2.6 and 2.7. Okay.
Yeah,
that's
that
enough
works.
for that.
So if the Succubus goes,
Here,
he's gonna have objective secured on the middle objective,
over
and
here. So
that's gonna be the Stranglehold, the Direct Assault.
in.
And also putting the Drukhari on Dylan on 5 points primary.
Go over there while staying outside of 1, 2.
Yeah, just down to objective 1
Yeah.
for Drukhari.
Okay, and should be still inside of 1 to the Succubus.
And running out of models to counterattack very quickly.
so
Although
everybody
we
got
do have
2.
a essentially undamaged grotesque unit hiding in the back here, ready to
Succubus, 1, 2, 3,
swing back.
5, 6, 7 guys.
And we have the mighty Drazza in the middle of all these racks still waiting.
That's true. That is important. that guy,
Putting you on freeze.
that guy
He can
may-
easily also,
One.
yeah.
may just kill
and
the entire
putting
Grey Knight
you
army
on
by himself.
freeze.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw him leap up dramatically into the air and cut the Storm Raven in half somehow.
He's already standing on his protest.
That's true.
Like
It's
his
getting closer.
higher position. Yeah.
He will take a Dread Knight and throw it at the Storm Raven to destroy it.
And, oh, sorry, I forgot the 6 attacks of the test.
So that's the Succubus down to the Strike Squad.
Yeah.
Strike Squad actually activating first.
Ouch.
2 hits, wounding you on 4. No, on 5.
And it looks like
so
with
top
the
6,
pile-in, we were able to get one Strike Marine
nothing.
closer to the Talos.
Okay.
So we'll get one, at least one Strike Marine up on Objective 3 to obfuscate it away.
Next,
Yep.
And that is that weakness of Thick City being made manifest a little bit there. All of these super powerful, super tanky units do not have objective secured. So as soon as the racks get removed, one little dude, one little brave Strike Marine steals that objective from 21 wounds of terrifying Talos.
Dread Knight over here, hitting it with a test.
Yep, and I feel like Dylan must be kicking himself right now for engaging the second Dread Knight, because that one killed about
Sorry, hitting with freeze.
5 or 6 of the racks, and they were removed
Freeze.
from the objective then.
Yeah.
Hammerhand.
Although, to be fair, if he had not engaged them,
Okay.
his shooting would have been much more effective. So
Okay.
I think it's probably
Yeah, probably could have just shot,
what
yeah.
we're going to
Probably
do
kind of a
then
wash,
is
yeah.
We're going to go over here and base you 2.
it also could have charged to swing first.
Yeah, it's really hard because if you don't kill the Dread Knights,
And next
then you
up,
always just give them
the
additional close combat
Grandmaster
phases.
hitting
Right.
into the
And
grotesque.
you, it's this army is already so cost efficient.
Hitting you on freeze.
If they can just
left.
shoot and fight every turn with all of the Dread Knights or the majority,
Rerolling 1.
I don't know any army right now that can
Doesn't
tank
hit,
that.
You on
Yep.
2s. Rerolling 1.
How do you see the Turnet Crusher Stampede
Reroll one of them again.
archetype into the Dread Knights?
It's not great. Largely because of Tide of Convergence and this one little-known psychic power called Smite. Makes things really awkward for the poor Crusher Stampede. I think Grey Knights,
Okay. So the first one
Grey Knights might be its
gets,
worst matchup, at least out of the sort of, upper crust of the metagame.
Oh, not 6.
It's not.
Because they also have the -1 damage, but they don't have the Fear No Pain against the mortars,
Right.
and then
Yeah.
this makes the matchup very different.
Right. It's not like a blowout or anything, and Crusher Stampede certainly kills the Dread Knights just fine. But I think you see very exciting games where lots of things die, and then the Crusher Stampede player loses. I think is generally what it looks like. Although with Grey Knights becoming a little bit more expensive and losing some tools, maybe that changes because it is I think a very close matchup. But the more balanced versions of Tyranids, I think, are much more effective against Grey Knights specifically. Although they do have other bad matchups.
You mean the non-Crusher Tyranids?
The mid-range lists.
Yeah.
They're focused on Gene Stealers and Hiveguard and things. Hiveguard are, as long as you can screen them effectively, so if you have good terrain, are brutal for Grey Knights.
I think the smart ones.
That's actually where the Stormraven is really good.
That is a good, that's a good example for the Stormraven.
You put them here. If you have this map, you put them into the corner where the strike scroll is, just at the crater, and you probably out of 36 inches from the ruin.
So we'll fight with the rocks first.
And the Turner can't do anything, and first turn you go and you just kill them. You might be trading the Stormraven against the Hiveguard, but you stop the Hiveguard from shooting 5 turns at you without being interrupted.
Yep. Yeah, especially since if you go first, there's you can hide the Hiveguard maybe where the green grotesques are, but any farther back and you're open to a turn 1 teleport into the top
Correct.
top left, and a Dread Knight can pick them up too.
My turn first. Oh no, I went first.
Maybe the
Okay.
strengths of the non-crusher Tyranids would be that you have many more units that can screen, and then maybe the Stormraven won't see you.
That is
that could
much
work.
better. Sweeping clear might be a little bit of a edge case because it is so difficult to screen out from turn 1 drops unless you have forward deploy, which Tyranids don't.
And then
Yeah.
So Pink Grand Squad
one
down
at
to
-3.
only 5 models.
6 up. 5 up. 2 up safe. Plus
Trying
group
to-
damage.
Cool. Damage.
Damage.
Just
Trying to
one.
beat up on that Tech Marine.
Yep. Okay. In this case, we will be. Is there some unit left from your melee? You can
So it
choose
didn't
to
quite
contest.
wipe what we were expecting to. The hammer only killed 2 grotesques.
Like really good. Motivated. He goes over here.
Yeah.
And hits.
Yeah, Tech Marine.
Wait. The Tech Marine hasn't swing yet.
4 attacks.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to kill any grotesques though, to be fair.
Okay.
So I think what happened there is that the Tech Marine tried to charge the red grotesques, and actually the snaky charge we were talking about earlier was actually slightly out of range, so it failed.
No more than 1 attack. And
But he did just get engaged by the racks normally.
no, it does not. Yes, it does.
I see.
Yeah, that's
Okay, so red
One
is for
And it's actually very important that he
Hitting
stands
you
there,
on
because
freezes.
otherwise maybe the Rex could pile into the Grey Knights
And two
or onto
freeze
the objective, and then there would be
damage 1,
objective secured again.
damage 2.
Yes.
6s.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
and then the damage.
And 1 damage.
2 down to 1. Cool. You kill A-Rock.
I'll kill a wreck.
Good job, Tech Marine.
Okay.
We're proud of you, buddy.
Well done.
I killed a wreck.
And I've lost
Which
1,
ring?
2,
And 3 inches. We go near
1, 2, 3. I've lost 6 racks so far.
Okay. And you're next with your grotesque, I believe, if you want to.
Yes. Grotesques. 10 attacks.
Yeah, the red
So all
grotesques
the grotesques.
also surviving
Damn
against
it.
the Strike Marines and the Dread Knights.
5s. Okay, one at my... Oh, on your in one. 2 damage.
Yeah,
Fallout,
they're
I
tough.
believe.
It's on the Dread
They
Knight.
are.
Yeah.
You heard it here first, folks.
29.
Thick city be thick.
Both went through.
Cool.
I think they need
Cool.
another 5-point
Not
drop.
killing one Grucheski. Nice.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. And last
As
but
we
not
saw,
least, Grandmaster
some of them
with
died this
4
game,
left
and that's
here.
unacceptable.
So we will do.
We should
They
drop.
don't have. I think they need an army of renown where they got Obsec and County has 4 models.
Yeah.
6 attacks.
I agree. And we should drop
That's the
racks
new-
to
that's-
5 points.
Attacks with
Just
damage
to help
one.
the new
shore up the
trend.
model
Twos
count
when you
issue, you know.
twos. Okay, 5s.
For every
and
grotesque unit, you
twos.
get a free rack unit.
No, only 4, but it's not enough. No buttons.
Cool.
There used to be the
Five.
stratagem from the
No,
Prophets of
okay.
Flesh where you can get Rex back.
Yes.
And it was unlimited.
Yes.
I'm glad that's not a thing anymore.
That was we did a faction ranking
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago and got to talk about the
Many of
the wonderful month that was dominated by Prophets of Flesh rack units, so the 4+ invulnerable save and 20-man rack squads
Oh, wait,
regenerating themselves.
Oh, yes, please.
Mhm.
He's
Because
paying.
previously, I believe you could only take up to 10 racks, so when you black cornucopians, you only got 10 back. But then for a hot minute, we got 9th edition unit sizes and points costs with 8th edition rules. Which made Drukhari very
And
good
they also-
for just a...
They also went down in points, right?
They
because
did go
they
down
took the
in
new codex.
points,
Yeah. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That was
Yep.
it's actually kind of fun because they were not good at fighting. They just stood around for a while. But if you did mortal wounds and like force and like leadership checks and stuff, you actually got to kill a lot of stuff, which was fun.
No. We'll take.
It's like a
No, we'll leave that
like a
one. we'll
slay
leave that one.
RPG game.
And
You're
then
just killing all the
protests,
Right,
they lost
yeah.
4, leadership 8. Damn it!
Oh,
Okay.
and the grotesque
could-
runs away. Oh no.
Oh shit. That hurts.
And I have not given you a turn. I'll do this now, and I'll give you a time.
So the Rex lives or
Yeah.
stays in combat here.
Rack sticks around.
Probably falling back.
I wonder if he's in
Oof,
range to jump
okay,
back on that
so
objective and just be
how do we
replaced by
wanna do this
Talos
one?
in melee.
It's like, hello, my 3 brothers coming.
This Talos like, don't talk to me or my son ever again.
I'm thinking that we.
By the way, I think Wolfvonmibu forgot his
Yeah,
primary points, and
and,
so is doing.
Well, we scored
Dylan.
5.
Yeah, Dylan's got his
You
primary.
get 3 on strangle and 3 on direct.
Wolf should have
Oh,
scored.
I did get primary
10.
points in my first
Yeah,
turn,
there
right?
it is.
Sorry.
Yes.
It's like, no, you forgot. No,
Nope, no primary points for you.
your command phase is over.
I need to do
Oh,
a
nice.
lot, but it's fine.
That's been a fun
Again,
stream of
advance
Jerry.
the green grotesque.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is
6 inches to go. 13.
it's
cool.
like it's always when you have the like you have these really somehow ugly armies. Not ugly because I don't know, because they do mean things, but really because they if you're playing like the tier lower level army, they can be really punishing and it can look ugly because it's after 2 turns. Sometimes it's over or people seem helpless. But if you have these top armies against each other who can do absurd amount of damage like the Greynuts and take an absurd amount of damage like the Drukhari Covens, it's just fun. It's just fun.
It is, yeah.
1 inch. Cool. That's enough. Just wanting to go over here.
Lawernius
Oh.
built your first roster. Congratulations. Welcome to the game.
Nice.
What faction are you playing?
How many racks did it include?
So it looks like we might be opening a nice red carpet here for Drazhar to get in. Yeah, there you go. Clear the way. Part the rack
Archon
C.
will probably go over to here. Make room.
I wonder if we don't put this Archon into
Drazhar will advance.
one of the existing combats
Yeah.
to stop the Nemesis Dread Knight from fighting. Since we don't have interrupt
we
money on the
will
Grey Knight side,
land.
so that we're not worried about an interrupt. But it looks like we might just try to double team this this Grandmaster that's on objective 2 and just try to kill him with Drazhar and the Archon.
Pull this rack out of combat.
That's a good point. He
Yep, here
could
comes the
probably go into the blue one on the right with the chest and then still
Next.
attack the left one.
Yep.
The wreck is
Wreck,
gonna tell the Talos what's up.
Yeah.
Man point.
That's a mean guy. Go for him.
Yeah,
Get him.
he killed 19 of my friends.
I just want to see the Talos.
Those
kill
red
the Tech Marine.
grotesques, I'm going to spend a CP to fall back and charge.
Oh, so we're gonna fall back
Like-
in charge with the red grotesques, trying to get the librarian. Maybe stop that mortal wound output. No more tactical nukes. Grey Knights, please.
I think he might be aiming to not engage this Dreadnought in the middle.
Yeah.
So not let him swing.
Yeah.
And as I said, like you have to make sure that they don't
Yeah.
shoot and fight like all the time, because if you keep engaging them, they don't only fight in their turn but also in your turn, and yeah, you cannot take that.
Yeah.
Oops. Looks like the
The
red guy is a bit in the way.
Yeah, that's okay. That fly keyword's certainly going to help. You can't move over terrain in the charge phase, obviously, but you can still move over models. So they'll be able to charge with no problem, as long as they don't roll like a snake eyes.
Red racks will advance. 6, cool. They'll just all sit on here. He's an aircraft, so he can never hold the objective, can he?
So, Trevi, I'm very sad,
Yes.
but I really need to go now.
Cool.
Yeah, maybe we should do some predictions. How do you think this game's gonna turn out?
So I think it's going to end up being pretty close. It definitely seems like Wolfvonmibu is in the driver's seat from here, but this turn may decide the game. If we can get good damage out of the Drukhari army and kill these 2 Dread Knights, the 2 Grandmasters, I think they've got a solid shot at closing it out. But otherwise, I do think Grey Knights are probably in it to win it.
We'll advance the racks. It's sort of an all or nothing.
Yeah, I think that the damage rate is definitely in the Grey Knight's favor, but there could be just one round of bad rolling for the 4+.
Yeah.
He could lose 3 Dread Knights in this turn.
Yeah.
If the Elite Lances do what they are supposed to do, and the other things go as the Drukhari player wishes. Because the Storm Raven, he can shoot 5 turns, but he can't score anything, or he cannot give you a direct assault. Oof. I might need to watch this game from my dentist
Blast
seat
pistol
while
into-
I'm getting my teens done.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Jump on in.
He hasn't got sigil, has he, or anything?
No,
Nice.
only on
Cool.
Okay, Jeremy,
Yeah,
I was very happy to be
it's on
here.
a
Yes.
We should
Wings
do
on
this
a third.
again.
Absolutely.
See you
On
in
your
the next round.
sure.
Oh,
And everyone, I just want to make a short
Damn it.
shout out.
Okay.
If you want to watch another game of these Grey Knights, playing in a Grey Knight mirror, you can do this on Sunday on my channel. And yeah, see you again.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
okay.
We'll get you back on, Fred. Have a good one. Have a good dentist
Perfect,
appointment.
perfect.
Don't lose too many teeth.
looking forward.
First one,
I try to. Bye bye.
third one, fourth one. That's really annoying. Give me a second.
Can we fix this guy real quick? He's standing on top of a storm raven.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
There we go.
That was bugging me. Well, big thanks to Fred for popping on. Again, youtube.com/ I'm just going to double check here. youtube.com/breakingheads, I think, is where you'll find his channel.
Yeah, we got unlucky there. That shouldn't have lived. Okay.
Yep, yeah, youtube.com/breakingheads. You can go check him out. There's both German and English content over there. It's not just German stuff. But a lot of the top-level German players play on that channel as well. So a lot of good competitive 40K.
And I'll have to go into the strikes as well.
I do want to throw out an apology to both Fred and the players. I did jump on this stream late.
Talos into
I was a little knackered after
got a 6.
after this weekend and ended up sleeping through my alarm, unfortunately.
3. Yes.
We had a very early stream planned, and it was totally my bad that we had to start late.
If you use yours, there we go.
Yeah, okay. No problem. If you can go further.
Yeah.
Okay.
True, and yeah,
And
youtube.com/breakingheads.
we'll
Yeah,
jump over, and then we'll go.
that'll do it.
there.
Go
We'll
over,
have-
throw Fred a sub over there. Show him some love.
Let's go into the red guys.
Mhm.
They're in.
Yeah.
So we go there. And there, and then sort of around like that.
Yes.
It's classic Grits has kit boxes.
Stupid. He is meant to be like there. It's just a hitbox. White racks will go
Yep,
in.
no problem.
I think we could fix
Here,
the collider
about
on
here.
those models. We should.
Yeah, the
We
white
should
racks
look
will
into
go
that.
the big intercept squad.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's about that. Yep, they're in.
So Drukhari making the charges they need to right now. I know that Grotesque charge is maybe a little bit in question. The Talos charge as well. Talos are going into the blue Dread Knight and the Strike Squad. Yeah, I think we're just looking to deal a killing blow here. Charging into the Strike Squad means that I think Dylan's probably going to be angling to fight with the Grotesques and the Racks first to wipe those guys, and then give these give the Talos leave to pile and consolidate to fight the blue Dread Knight.
Oh, you know what? No, we're not going to do that with those ones. Those ones will stay where they were.
Yeah, this is a big turn here, chat.
Them.
This fight phase will probably decide the outcome of the game, I imagine, and all of the Racks going in. This is so many attacks! They're not the best attacks ever, but it's good enough to kill Strike Marines. Even Sanctuary Strike Marines, they're pretty good at, because they're only AP1, so you're not really paying for any additional AP. It's a good profile matchup.
We'll then do Archon into the Grandmaster.
Mm-hmm.
6 inches should get him. Yep.
Archon going to the
Grazar
objective.
into. Still got a command point.
So the Grandmaster Dread Knights are the ones with the hammers, chat. So this is a Grandmaster, and this is a Grandmaster. If you can see the red illustration.
There we go. Okay. And then
The colors are to represent their sub-faction. So the Prescient Brethren are blue, and the Sword Bearers are red. So the Succubus was killed by the Strike Squad that's in the middle here, chat. This red Strike Squad. There was a tiny sliver of between the engagement range of a Mandrake unit that was up here and a Grotesque unit that was here. So the Strike Squad was able to drop out of their Storm Raven and move directly through these two engagement ranges here and get a charge into the characters. Very unfortunate for Dylan.
It says 3.2 on the.
I think your auto is off a little bit. Yeah. Nope. Absolutely fine. Okay.
Cool. So 10 attacks on Librarian, hitting on 2s. Wounding on 3s. The 6s are the 6s -3, but the rest are on 4s.
Okay.
3
AP2.
damage piece. Yep.
So on freeze.
On the library. Would have been 4s on Librarian, but he's dead anyway.
No, he has the relic for 3 up saves.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't mind. That doesn't matter. I rolled terrible. Pheno Pain.
he's
Oh,
dead.
Librarian gets
I'm not seeing the
murked.
dice, but like, I didn't make 1 Pheno Pain.
Brutal.
damn it,
Yeah, the
guys.
Curious of
Okay.
Sacrifice not coming in, but a
Good.
3 wounds down from the perils earlier does make things a little bit tougher. Now, I wonder if, I guess these Grotesques are probably not long for this world, but they can body block some real estate for the second Dread Knight to get into the heart of the ranks here.
Archon into the Grandmaster.
For the second Grandmaster, excuse me.
7 attacks.
Any double fight?
No, he can't double fight.
Okay.
All hit on 5s. 3 saves on your inrun.
4 ups. Saving all.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Archon rolled well, but the saves are good for this
let's then
Grandmaster.
do-
You have 3 damage Gin Blade.
We do purple.
It's
rats
brutal if it gets
into
through those invulnerable
the
saves.
Things. Yeah, purple racks.
And Dreshar went into both Dread Knights. Oh, man. I wonder if
2,
we
3,
see a
4, 5, 6,
repeat
7,
of our team showdown Dreshar here, where we just knocked 2 vehicles off the table in one go. Wolfvonmibu is hoping not.
4s. Okay, 6s are -2.
Doesn't matter, right? You're AP1 or AP2.
Oh. Yeah, it'll all be on your 4s anyway. Okay, so 2 dead.
2 dead.
Yep, and then 6 attacks with the whip. 2s. 3 more saves.
3 more saves. Damages?
1.
1.
Okay. Okay. Grotesque's charge, so they'll pile in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
I wonder if we don't want to... I guess if we fight with the white racks, the Grotesques may not get to swing. But we're probably going to be knocking the white
Okay,
racks
so
out
he's
of getting a reasonable turn of
I
attacking.
think we can get 3.
Yeah.
He's there.
This pylon's going to be super awkward. Hitboxes on these Grotesques are
possible?
brutal.
We can pull him out a bit.
Yeah, I think we just
There.
put this guy at exactly a half is probably the
Nah.
way we go.
Okay, looking good.
And then he'll just sort of go there.
The roly-poly
so
racks
15
over here,
attacks?
chat. Just bouncing up and down.
And 3s.
Oh, not a good
Oh,
roll. Yikes.
2 damage boost, kills 2.
Oh, that's not what we
So
wanted to see.
guys.
Is this Strike Squad going to
White hasn't
survive?
attacked yet, right?
No. White is not attacking.
I think, yeah, we're going to pull a bunch of attacks out of white. Oh, no. This is not going the way for Drukhari.
then
We
we'll
might
do
have to
white.
attack with Talos into that unit.
Yeah.
Maybe these racks spike immensely.
Okay, so then that guy ranks as 1. That guy. That guy, we can get 4 in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think purple had to move to open up
Him to get
more
closer
attacks from
there,
white.
So that's coherency.
So I think it was just going to be an awkward attack either way.
Okay, so we've got 5 in.
Mm-hmm. 5 even.
So
Where's your 5th?
But the Grats, yeah, I agree.
So
the
he's
Grats
in
were
half range,
probably
so
the
he's in
the
half
ones
range.
that we
He's in
needed the
half
most
range.
attacks
Okay,
out of
well,
because they have the 2 damage weapons, which is certainly going to help.
no activists, so it's just 10 attacks.
Okay.
2s,
Force.
4s, on 4s. Does another wound.
1 wound. Okay. You.
Okay, that's not bad. Let's do Talos next.
1.2.
So one of the Talos is going to end up having to fight them.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 will do everything into him, and one of them will do everything into there.
Yep.
So into the Granites, we will do the Leaker Injector first on a 2. D3 mortals, does 3 mortals.
Ooh. 5s.
Four does
1. Just enough. Kids 1.
Then 4 fists. 3s. Damn it. 2s. 1 on your invuln.
4 up. Safe.
You've
Oh.
made so many 4-ups this time.
These Talos have just been
Okay.
underperforming here, not doing the real damage that we need them to. Kind of a repeat of last turn.
Does 1 mortal wound.
Oh, and the
Okay,
Ichor
five up.
Injectors miss an attack into the other Dread
See
Knight.
the dice
Oh,
go through.
no.
Down to 8.
Okay.
Come on,
8
Talos.
attacks.
Let's get some hits here. That was good.
3s, which I'm not gonna. 4, 5. Okay, 6
Ooh.
saves.
And they all wound.
Strong.
Okay, that's what we needed. 3
6
go
damage.
through.
3 damage each.
Yeah.
Kills
Oh,
the
yes.
Dread Knight. All right. Talos finally
shit.
getting their work
Good
in.
rolling here.
Whoa, man. All right, Drazar's got this.
Next we'll
I
go
believe in
to
Drazar.
Yes.
No Servant of the Throne
So we
here.
can do... Let's do
Our
5
Servant
attacks.
is the other. Yeah, our Servant is the other one with the sigil.
Oh, wait. I'll just consolidate the power. Oh no, they're in base anyway. It's fine. So, 5 attacks with Drazar. All hit. 3s to wound. Rerolling. 4 saves on your invuln. 6
2.
damage so far.
Yes.
All
Down to
right.
5.
Just again.
Just have to do that again. No rerolls available for the
All
Grey
hit.
Knights.
3s. Rerolling.
4
4
more.
saves.
Drum roll, please, chat.
No CP rerolls, so just
So far,
first
so
one.
good.
And
Oh, 3
nice.
fail. The Dread Knight
Ah,
goes
was gonna be
down.
Okay.
There you go. That might be what we needed to get Drukhari right back in this game. Only 2 Dread Knights remaining. We do have to remember this Grandmaster right here
With more than one actually.
is he is the buffed up Grandmaster
We just
with
want-
Servant of the Throne and Sigil of Exigence.
Cool.
So he is going to be tough to remove, but 3 out of 5 Dread Knights get removed. As we talked about with Fred, the Stormraven gunship cannot hold objectives, and we're slowly running out of Strike Marines as well. Yeah, TTS40k.com/invitational chat has the stream schedule posted on it. Exclamation point invitational in chat will also get you there.
We can shoot into the grotesque if we want to shoot something. We can shoot into this grotesque if we want to shoot.
Although we do have a stream that was just scheduled today, which should be right after this one, which will be another game or a game from pod or group 3, excuse me, which is going to be a Drukhari mirror match.
You are supposed to be on the map there. So we will just move you over here and try to kill the 3rd Taloi. So 3 guys
Yep.
into the Taloi, 1 guy into barracks.
Yeah.
That's going to be the 120 rack list that we talked about with Fred.
2.
So it should be
and
interesting
1.
to watch.
Into barracks, hitting you on freeze, reroll number 1.
Breaking heads in
One
chat.
falls,
What's up,
reroll
Fred? How's it
everything.
going?
So
Watching the
2
stream from the
wounds
waiting
and
room.
1 mortal.
6s. And I'll just roll them all together.
Yeah, no problem.
Cool,
So
kills
2
2 racks.
kills 2 racks, and let's see if we get the Taloi. 9 attacks, hitting you on freeze, reroll number 1. And wounding you on 5s. Rerolling everything.
Okay.
2 mortals
2.
and 2 saves.
So 2 saves, 6s, 5s, and then the 2 mortals. You do 2 wounds overall, so 1 down to 6.
And 1 still. Does he
And he's
explode?
Oh yeah, does he explode? Nope.
Okay.
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 Everything. So
That's everything.
cool. Yeah. So I've killed 2 normal Dread Knights, then I'll pass it over to you. It's your turn.
Yep, thank you. Leadership for the Grey Knights. We lost 6. Something. Okay.
That's a fail.
There's 1. And then we have 3 guys left. On 1s
Yep.
and 2s.
It's not
One.
2s because you don't take combat attrition with Marines.
Oh yes, of course. Sorry. Nothing.
Yeah.
Dylan there reminding
Okay.
Wolfvonmibu of
We've
his
got
rules.
7
Importantly,
Dread
Dylan
Knights.
is sort of a
we've
renaissance
got-
man of the game. We have a couple players in here who have really jumped around factions quite a bit and demonstrated a mastery of several of them. And Dylan has been playing everything from Tyranids to Grey Knights to Drukhari throughout the season. So he has an encyclopedic knowledge of a lot of different factions. We are back to Wolfvonmibu's turn.
Nearer to you, I guess we
Wolf,
can.
with that Archon holding objective 2, Wolf should be getting 10 points this turn.
Boom.
Can give him his victory points there.
6s. And just jumping around. 1.
Yep.
2. And when we should end up nearer to Drazar, so we can shoot everything into Drazar.
Okay.
Not good?
Yeah, it's fine.
Was thinking like, why not? Shooting Drazar is always nice.
Why not shoot
Okay.
Drazar? That is important.
plus 1 to hit because we have no nemesis left. I had hoped that one would have survived here. Okay. Well, nothing we can do about that. Librarian also dead. Should have also survived. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. 2. Oh, is there a bodyguard rule or something for us? No.
Nope.
No. Okay. And let me see. You move 7. Let's see if we can let you end up inside of the tech marine. No, not at all. Okay. How important is it? I think we want you on first bracket, right? We need to get this 5-inch charge in. So you just go over here. Storm Raven.
Yeah.
Okay. 20 over here.
Yeah.
Tries again. We have 1 CP, right? Yeah, we have 1 CP.
Cool.
Okay. So what do we need to do? 12. Yes. I should get a mute down to 5. To kill you. It's a bit tough. Okay. I mean, we cannot shoot you anyways. Side right. Psychic phase. In the back, our purifying rituals goes off and doesn't go off. Only 1 point. Okay. And the Grandmaster wants to do a smite.
You're up to 4 now. I've just moved you up.
Okay, thank you. Grandmaster trying to smite goes off. Do you want to deny?
What powers does he have?
This is Grandmaster into Drazar.
Yeah, I'm saying what other powers he has.
He could do +1 damage for 1 CP.
Where is 5,000 channel points on Drazar living? That guy always does seem to live.
This is hard. Yeah. Okay, I'll let it go through.
Okay, so D3 into Drazar for only 1.
Oh, just 1 mortal wound from this might so far.
Cool.
Bravo Tech Marine wants to give me an additional CP.
Yeah.
Does go off this time. Do you want to deny?
It's on a 9. It's yeah, I want to stop you getting a command point.
Okay.
No, it's not stopped.
Okay. Back to 2.
It's fine.
And in the back we have. Oh, to remind me, I put him instead of 3, of course, to heal him here.
Yeah.
Okay, D3, only for 1. Back to 7.
Yeah.
Is 7. Which bracket is 7? I don't know. Whatever. He's going to cast Hammerhand on himself. On a 5, doesn't
Nope.
go off. Okay. That's all my shooting left.
Cool.
Yeah, shooting everything into Drazar from the Grandmaster.
Cool. I'll spend 1 command point for -1 to be hit.
Okay, but it won't matter. But you can do this, of course.
Why won't it matter?
But
Oh, you've got +1.
You got
Okay, yeah,
because
so
you got
there's no
+1
point.
hit from the.
Up here and that.
And I'll spend my CP here for +1 strength and +1 AP.
Okay.
Putting everything into killing Drukhari. Yeah, we got to get rid of this
And
guy
you are
right
half
now.
damage, right? So 3 damage deals 2 damage.
I'm -1 damage.
-1.
But you're only 2 damage anyway.
Yeah.
All right, what do we
Okay,
got?
so 5
Fine.
on your 4-up.
We do have a CP reroll in the bank for
yeah.
Drukhari if we need it.
5 wounds, so
Gotta make 2 of
Let's
these.
do 4 of them. Okay.
So far, so good.
Yeah,
Oh,
take
only
1.
1 goes through. Drazar down to 3. Boy.
Oof.
Oh, man. And the scary part here is obviously if Drazar survives the shooting phase
And so many.
and the Dread Knight has to
Yeah,
charge
right,
him, there's a
yeah,
non-zero
yes.
chance that
Nice.
Drazar
On your 4-up.
gets his
Yeah.
Tormentor off
Okay, 4.
and things become very bad.
Five,
And 1 wound going in from
3,
the silencer. 2 wounds.
followed by okay, so he's taken 2, so he's down to 2.
Down to 2. He can still die, but it's hardly unlikely. Last one. Yeah.
He's down to 1.
What
Down
the
to
fuck?
1. No
Okay.
way.
Down to 1.
Okay.
Not getting that lodestone off was so bad. Yeah, if the tormentors go off, it's not the end of the world because we can pop the Servant of the Throne in response, and because the Dread Knight charged, it will be fighting normally. So Drazar will be able to be selected before the Grandmaster, but then before his second activation, the Grandmaster could swing back to try to kill him. So as long as Drazar doesn't one-shot a Dread Knight, which, while possible, is unlikely, then he's probably still going to go down to that Demon Hammer, although getting that additional damage out of that guy would be pretty brutal. We do have to watch the Heroic Intervention range of the Archon as well, obviously. Because if he gets that Ancient Evil active, then we won't even have to roll those Tormentors.
No, okay, so everything into them. Melters, freeze and freeze. 2 hits
Yep.
only. 1
One
wound
wound.
only. 6 up.
6
so
up.
6 up coming. Of
Yep.
course. Plasma overloaded. Only 3 shots.
We may actually, I wonder if we
2
see
hits. And
a thunderous
Nothing.
stride from the Grandmaster. We do have 1 CP left for Wolfvonmibu. On a 2+, will deal D3 mortal wounds to Drazar and could potentially kill him in the charge phase, which would open up the Grandmaster to swing at the Talos without any chance to be tormented. I have to imagine that's where we're planning to send that CP.
6. No AP.
Exclamation point lists in chat. NZ from
5,
Canada,
so
we'll
it's
get you the
one
list.
Take 2.
Oh no. It's not what we needed at all. That's not.
I mean, this is the nice thing with Drukhari. You can kill half the army, and the other half can still take on 2,000 points pretty okay.
Yeah. That's what's nice. Oh no.
Okay.
Yeah, we have 1 Nemesis left.
Yep.
And 1 Tech Marine left. I think we don't kill more than 1. This is a 4-inch charge. No, this is a 5-inch charge. We have 1 CP left.
Tormentorized?
We will not be able to get you off the marker this turn, so we will hold this marker, so we will have to keep holding this marker, so this is more important. So in this case, we will just try to kill 2 grotesques. Okay, killing 2 grotesques. So Nemesis over here, putting his strength 5 shots into the grotesque, and the strength 8 shots over here.
Okay.
Instead of 6, yes. So hitting you on freeze, rerolling the 1s, and wounding you on freeze. Okay, so 5, 4.
3.
3 wounds.
Kill them.
Okay,
That guy
killed
down.
1, and 1 is wounded at 2, I believe.
I take 3. He was on 2 wounds left.
Oh,
One
okay.
wound. So he's down to 3.
1 of your grotesque was at 2 wounds left.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
yeah.
I've taken 3
Yeah.
wounds. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Yep. Everything fine, and then we have the little shots into the other guy.
Yep.
Freeze. And
Force.
force.
Sixes. Yeah, you kill that one.
And this one's
Put him down. Cool.
Flamer and bolt gun into the rack. Plasma
One
not
rack.
overloaded into the grotesque.
Yeah.
Oh, give me a second.
Yeah, I believe the Granite Terminators went down 2 points per model, I think,
Right, okay. Plasma going into the Talon.
if I remember correctly.
Also in combat.
That's a good argument on your side. Sorry. Okay, rapid gun and flamer into the last rack here, and
Sure.
plasma not overloaded into the grotesque, hitting you on a 2 into the grotesque, and putting you on a 3. Nope.
Nope.
Let's go, Tech Marine.
Flamer hits into the rack for
Get
2.
those shots going. Boo-boo.
Pause to
Oh.
wound.
Force to wound, nothing. 2 shots bolter, 1 hit only, 1 wound, 6s and 5s.
Kill them.
No. Okay. Got him.
There we go. Charges?
We will just need to roll really, really, really lucky. Yes, that's it. Tech Marine. I'm sorry?
I feel okay.
Okay, and we need the 3-inch aura from you. We have the 3-inch aura from you. It's okay. Tech Marine charging into the grotesque, I believe. Yes. Yeah, he needs to be out of the way. Let me see if we have a better charge here. No, it's exactly 3, I believe. Double checking for. Please double check.
Yeah.
So we
You're
need to roll a 2. So this is an auto charge. So we will do it into the grotesque.
Okay.
Okay, so it's a 7, 6, 7. Somewhere over here. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't really.
Yeah, so both these players going into this game
Okay, and
with a
Nemesis
loss chance.
going in.
Dylan currently 1-1
should be enough.
with a win against Alucard, lost to Headstrong. Wolfvonmibu also with a loss to Headstrong. So
6.
Headstrong going in 2-0 right now.
Yeah, that's enough.
Yep.
Grandmaster charging Drazar and Vitaloy.
Yep.
Let's roll something good. It's a 6, which could be possible to do this here. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Paying 1 CP, my last CP on a 2-up. Drazar gets
Yeah.
Immortals on the charge phase.
Yeah. Cool. He's dead.
6, I think
There it
6
is.
something
The
good.
Thunderous Stride on the charge.
Good.
Kills Drazar with the mortal wounds.
That's what we want.
Not even worried.
Next up, let's see. Grandmaster hitting into Bataloy.
About that
Let's kill
Tormentor.
both. I need both of them so dead at this time. You just need to roll good. Like, that's easy. No rerolls of any kind. Freeze to hit. Come on! No!
Oh.
No! Oh, that doesn't even kill 1. Oh, shit. Your toughness is?
3 wounds.
Yeah.
AP?
So, this AP4.
4. Okay, 6s. No damage.
Okay, first one. D3 plus 5 for 6, 5. 3 down 2. 3. Shit.
Yeah.
Second one. 5, 4. Please die.
I can't see.
Nice. Trevi, what is it?
Yeah, he's dead.
What's that? Okay.
Oof.
And he explodes.
Last
Salos
one.
goes down to the
Does
Grandmaster.
the yeah.
6 again. So
He
minus
saves
1,
it.
5. Oh.
How many? 5?
Yeah.
Okay. I saved the mortal wound from my explosion. You've got a mortal wound on the grenade.
Oh, you exploded? Okay.
Yeah.
5 up on my Grandmaster. Goes through, of course.
It's not on the Grandmaster. It's only this guy here.
Okay.
So it's the
he's
Dread
down.
Knight,
Oh, he's
and then I've got to do
back
it.
at it again. Okay, cool.
My grotesques. Save it, and the racks. Don't, and the Talos saved it before.
The strike squad have to, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
save it. The strikes.
Cool.
Aegis going strong.
Cool.
So we do have, unless something changes here, chat, I will remind that we do have Unyielding Anvil on the Dread Knight that's on Objective 2 right now, which means that it does have objectives secured.
I don't think we can stay because we've just.
My last. I can. No, I didn't roll a 6. I can just see my last 5 rolls.
Oh yeah.
So we are scoring Stranglehold for
And
Wolfvonmibu
there
right
should
now.
be the wound rolls between them. Okay, maybe I cannot see you, and you're completely right. Yeah, but doesn't look like.
Unless we can get a rack in there.
I don't think you did anyway. I
Which
think it
might
was
be
a
the
3, 4,
case.
5.
Yeah, no problem.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Nemesis Dreadnought next. Only 4 attacks left. Big attacks. Hammerhand did not go through.
No.
Cool. Freeze. Rerolling the once.
Yeah, there's a strike
Only 2
squad in the
hits,
back here,
only 1
chat,
freeze.
and interceptors on Objective 4.
Damage, D6.
To be fair,
Oh,
assist
D6.
sweeping clear,
Did
so
I
those
roll a 6
objectives
with
are
the-
locked.
Okay.
I think Wolf's just keeping those safe in case a Drukhari unit wants to make a big charge and try to take them. Plus, he's scoring those purifying ritual points as well off of them.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah, he's dead. Okay.
Oof, so this slapback has been
I'll do.
brutal from the Grey Knights. I think this is what we needed
What are we gonna do?
to fight back from that last turn. We do still have a lot of racks on the table, but that's not the. Those aren't the units that you want to be doing. You want to be fighting Dread Knights
Oh,
with.
this is hard. I don't know if I want to hit.
They're not great at it.
We'll hit him because they've still got the buffs up. We'll use the Talos.
Yes.
Are you gonna
Talos
pop the
into-
Ingun? Talos into Dread Knight.
Do you have how many attacks?
5 potentially.
5, but what means potentially? If it's
Well,
probably
because
not-
I can either have 4 and do the mortal wound attack, or I can do 5.
Yeah, just go ahead. Just roll.
Cool. I'll do 5 attacks. 3 hits. 3 is the wound. 2 wounds on your run.
4 ups.
6 damage.
I mean, the 3 up wouldn't have saved me. But,
No, but like.
So while electing not to use the Servant of the Throne, eats a casual 6
10 strikes.
on his Dread Knight there.
strikes. We have 9, 3, 7 hits, 5s. Hammerhand didn't go through with them either. Shit. Maybe not.
I don't think you cast with them, to be fair.
Oh shit.
How much damage on that Dread Knight? Or on that Grandmaster? Just got dealt?
6.
Okay.
6.
Yeah, he's only down 4.
That's a good argument. Thank you.
Yeah.
I was very confused there for a sec. So 8.
Masters of
The
Math. Come on, we need
Servant
2
of the
6s, and
Throne
that's the
is
chance
declared
for
as
that.
a-
And if it-
when you're selected as a target, chat. It's slightly different from Armor Indomitus.
yeah,
The effect is the same, but the timing's a little bit different.
yeah, never. Okay, everything into Vitalo.
Okay.
Yeah, your toughness 5 on the Rex, right? Yeah, your toughness. Just need some good rolling here. Freeze, rerolling once. I see the first 2. Okay, 2
Okay.
points, rerolling these. So 8 hits and 5s.
Oh, man! Grey Knights trying to hit that Talos, getting rid of that damage, but
Okay.
does nothing. The Talos lives to fight another day, and we have CP
And
potentially to
my
fall
rock
back,
gets
shoot, and
fight.
charge with that Talos
Oh shit. Shouldn't have done this.
to keep those keep that damage coming from that guy. And now the Racks get to swing into the strike squad, which is what they want to be fighting. This fight for the center is so tight. It's a tight fight.
Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 normal, and then the Oh, but you've got the thing, so I can do them all together. So that's 20 attacks. 14 then plus 6 for the other guy. 2s. 4s. That many on your inbound.
No
8
one
inbound save.
armor saves. So 2.
Oh, okay. Should have done them separately then, but it's fine.
Yeah.
4 ups.
So one is dead and one is wounded.
Okay.
Doesn't make a difference. Dead. And you are wounded.
Cool.
Oh, wait, yeah. Yeah, it's fine.
Done.
Yeah, your turn.
Yeah,
Cool.
wounds check on the Dread Knights was 7 on the
You do get 3
Grandmaster,
on Stranglehold.
6
you
on
don't
the
get
other
direct.
Dread Knight.
Yes.
I'll score 10.
Yes.
And Dylan finally getting back to 10 primary.
Okay, so I'm thinking grotesques go here. We will advance with the white racks. 3 inches, cool.
Yeah, I almost even wonder if those racks want to be fighting the Dread Knights. We're out of CP to give them their, or to fully combo them out. Winning on 4s with full rerolls is where we want to be. Taking a homunculus with us. But we do still have these grotesques to hit them with their cleavers. Now, I will say, I'm not sure that we've been repairing with this Tech Marine chat. I think Wolfvonmibu might have been missing
I
that
can just follow behind.
ability.
Cool.
Which is a lot of wounds over the course of the game that I'm not sure that we're regenerating.
Pull in a bit. I think we are going to spend 2 command points to fall back, shoot, and charge with the Talos.
Mm-hmm.
So we're spending our 2 to let the Talos activate normally.
Archon round. And we're going to move the homunculus up and heal the Talos at the end of movement.
And we're healing him for 3, almost back to full.
Yeah, I think Batalo surviving and the grotesque. Still having 3 guys is too much for me.
Into shooting, so Talos will shoot the Dread Knight, not the Grandmaster.
Not
2 shots.
yeah.
Yeah, not shooting the Grandmaster, trying to avoid those Servant of the Throne
One
saves.
wound on your Dread Knight. 4.
Does this wound
4
go through? It does
save,
not. Heat
Cool.
Lance bounces.
And then charges. So the grotesques will charge both.
Yeah, come on in.
Yep.
Grotesque
So we're on a
charging
base
into the
so
Tech
no one can
Marine.
move,
Okay.
but the hitboxes won't let me.
These grotesques are brutal.
Let me help you.
These are awful models. We'll then charge racks into the Grandmaster.
You only wanted to base the Dread Knight or also the Tech Marine?
I'm basing all of them. I just can't with these, thanks.
Okay.
So racks will go. Ooh, let's be careful not to stop him going. Racks will go like that. We want 2 guys on. Then we'll throw the Talos in. He's in. He's a bit ambitious. And then we'll throw the Archon in. Yes. Cool. So, then we'll go to combat. We'll start with the Archon.
Doesn't make a difference. Yeah, 3 up.
Yep.
Also press here.
So, cool. 7 attacks. Reroll a hit roll.
Reroll a hit roll because you're
5. Blackheart.
Blackheart. Okay.
3 damage.
Oof.
It's not for things. Why these things are.
Archon goes in
Okay,
for
down to
3.
4.
Finally getting
Yeah,
those Gin Blade off.
We'll do the racks next.
And getting
We get 6 attacks.
6 attacks, 3 in. Yeah.
That is 2 saves, -2, so on 3s. Does another wound.
Down to 3. That's already enough.
We'll do 4 Talos attacks. Ooh, 2 hits. 1 wound with the Talos.
Oh,
3 up, safe.
Okay,
Talos
and then the mortal wound thing.
whiffs.
Does hit.
Hits. There's
Hits
1
1.
mortal. He's gonna live
5 up,
just.
safe.
Okay.
And the Talos whiffs
Just
totally.
lives.
It's that
but he is on a
swingy
spot
damage
block.
out from the output from those
He is on a
Talos with their -1 to hit
That is
and
fine.
D3 damage from
I'm
their
gonna attack. So,
Ichor Injector.
one of them into the
They could do
Tacticaltortoisetv,
everything or they could do
Dread
nothing.
Knight.
Okay. Where do you start?
Actually, wait, everything into the Dread Knight.
Okay, I was hoping for a second here. Do you need to go nearer for the... No, you don't need to. Never mind. Just continue, please.
That many invulns.
Oh,
wait,
man.
sorry, the 4s don't count.
No. No.
That many invulns.
Oh, this was already your... Oh, that's not good.
And we knock out the other Dread
no.
Knight. Oh, no!
Oh,
Down to
Okay.
just the
And
one
then-
Grand Master.
that's problematic.
Grotesques.
There and still touch.
Problematic.
Ripping it up.
Who's facing Kong?
Hot damn. No try points on the Tech Marine, but that is huge.
Like there. Cool. Okay. And your spikes get to fight.
And I believe that's a
we have
lock in the
6 attacks
center for Dylan as well, because he held the center objective at the start of his turn, denying the direct assault from Wolfvonmibu, which means he'll be able to direct assault every turn without necessarily having to stand on that objective. I believe that our Gate of Infinity is gone. We have it on the Nemesis Grandmaster, but I don't think that we have a way to get it on these back squads. Yeah, Fatal Precognition and Hammerhand. The Interceptors just have their double move. So we could see an Ethereal Castigation to get those guys onto Objective 3, but the Storm Raven cannot hold objectives, which means it cannot break these lockdowns on these objectives. So I think what we might be angling for a double move on the Interceptors, maybe to get a direct assault here, but it's looking pretty dire for Wolfvonmibu.
Oh, no, we spoke
No,
about
those
these.
are back spot.
Yeah, never mind.
So we've got 14 attacks. On 4s. The 6s are -2.
4 ups.
For kills, 1.
1 left. And 2 5s. Nope, just...
This strike squad's really been fighting as hard as,
And then I
as,
have
hard as they
six
can.
attacks.
Now it goes down to the racks finally.
Yes.
And that is the natural objective secured in the center gone. We still have that unyielding anvil on the Grandmaster, but I doubt he's going to be able to fight his way out of this one. It's looking pretty bad. Especially with the reduced ballistic skill on his suit. Now that we're down to, I believe, bottom bracket for the Grandmaster, so... He's down to a base 4+ ballistic skill, -1 for shooting in combat, so he's only hitting on 5s.
Vortex into Bataloi, of course. Vortex there.
I've actually been seeing more and more Dread Knight Grandmasters be taking Flamers specifically for this situation.
On the Talos? No,
Yes.
I'm within the 6-inch aura, so I'm on a 7.
Well, was where exactly
Oh.
0 ones went. 3 2s.
And the Grandmaster whiffs on his swing.
We get 2 more for the Dread Knight, 2 more for the Infantry. Cool. And Tech Marine?
And I think that's the turn that Dylan needed to pull back. Oh my
done.
gosh.
That's not what we wanted. Okay. Really? Not killing the Talos again? Tech Marine.
That is the defining characteristic of Talos. They tend to just not die.
It's always the last one, it
Only one on
feels like.
3s and 2s. If not, so it's just like.
Nothing.
Okay. Well, it was quite good a turn.
Good old thing. 3 on direct, 3 on strangle. Over to you.
Okay.
You get
Spending once. Yeah. Falling back. 3. Why not? No, sorry. Outside.
Yeah, it's going to
Give me
be
a
a
second.
close score.
I'm going back to my position.
Grey
so
Knight's
I can measure
continuing to
properly, so-
score
Okay, so pay 1
15.
CP for the Grandmaster so we can
Or
fall
10,
back
excuse me. And we potentially have that 15 bottom round 5.
and shoot and charge.
Although it looks like we are... Oh, no, we're spending our CP there. We might get a Divination off the Tech Marine, potentially.
2,
And the Ritual score very low.
5,
We only have 2 units performing Ritual every turn.
outside of 1 to your Rex, so please give me the 1-inch aura from the Rex.
Um,
I'm out already. Okay.
is that the max move? Because he only moves 5.
Yeah, 5 inches.
Yeah, it's fine. Cool. It's all
Cool.
good.
And do I want to fall back and repair you? Can charge in here. We need to kill this damn Talos again. This Talos is killing me. I believe we need the T3 on you, whatever happens.
Yeah.
Well, we just charge and you kill you, kill you, kill you. Okay, that's absolutely fine. I got 10 primary again, right? Yes. 2 for purifying. Yeah, we're going to need 33. This is hard, but nothing we can do about it. 3 inches over here. And might be we want to move the Storm Raven. Can we block some movement somewhere? We could play the Homunculus. I don't care about the Homunculus. We can bring you down to. We can bring you down to 5 in the last turn. This could be important. We are not holding the marker for the whole turn, right? Do I need to be on the marker? Do I need to be on the marker to steal it from you?
What with? Yeah. So I hold it until you take it off. Mate.
Yeah, okay. Yes.
And the plane
okay,
can't
so,
hold it.
so this doesn't matter at all. So we just shoot everything into this Taloi, hoping we might kill it. Yeah, that's it. That's it. So 20 over here, 20.
He's gonna summon more than 20.
Let me double check if we are able to pass. If we press over here, are we instead of 12 to the Taloi?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm lagging quite a bit, sorry.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it's just like I'm not seeing what I'm doing, so I have no idea. Okay. So just in case he's around over here. And
There's wing be through the wall.
isn't this still legal?
Fine.
Was
Yeah,
still
I don't-
legal.
I don't care about
Before in Trevi tournaments, don't know if it's legal now. Healing the Grandmaster up by D3 for 2 more, back to 5. It's middle bracket.
Yep.
But this damn Talor isn't still there. This is just killing me here. We can still not kill the little Rex. Can still not kill the little. It's okay, so we need 1 grotesque that. And we don't have a CP, and we have no way of getting a CP, so Purifying Ritual on the back again.
Yeah.
First on,
Gets it.
and
Fails
doesn't
again.
get it.
Go up to 5.
Okay. Holy shit. Good. Nothing we can do about that. Stormraven. Everything.
Overcasting.
I'm not allowed to cast with anything else. He fall back, and he
Oh, yeah,
is not
they'll fall
only allowed
back,
to
yeah.
shoot and charge.
Yeah.
Hurricane bolters will go into the grotesques because
Yeah.
why not? Or do we try to kill some Rex? So we will not be... No, everything into Bataloy, apart from Hurricane Bolters into Grotesque.
Yeah.
Okay, Plasma overloaded, of course. Gonna start with Wet. 2d3 shots for only 3. 2 shots. Missile. Hitting you on freeze. 1 mortal wound for myself. Wounding you on freeze. 3 wounds. AP3 on your...
5 ups.
I don't know. 5 ups. Yeah.
1
Okay,
save.
so 4 damage.
Yeah. 5s. Down to lose 3. Down to 3.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And Melters left. Melters left. 2 hits and...
No wounds.
Oh no! Oh no! Storm Raven whiffs on the Talos and
Hurricane
it lives
Bolters
to
into the
fight
protest.
another day.
Hitting you on freeze.
Oh my
Wounding you on
gosh.
5s. 5 wounds.
This Talos, though.
Into the grotesques.
Into the grotesque.
Cool.
The
5s.
thickest of cities over here.
5s. 2.
Because TTS lag is brutal. Oops.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Everything into Bataloy from the Grandmaster. We just need to get lucky here. We don't have any CP left, so I'll just combine it because everything is damage 1. Do we have a CP to reroll? No,
No.
so it doesn't matter. Okay, so 2s. It's not
Is it
2s,
still-
it's 3s.
It's not 2s, it's 3s now.
No. That's not lucky. Okay,
Yeah, that's
So-
it. 4s on the red.
also on the
right?
red, 5s on the blue.
Yeah.
I think we might have deleted a one there.
3 wounds
3,
go through.
so you only need to get 1.
Yeah.
Takes 1.
Jeez.
What is that supposed to
Hello.
I think we missed a
What's the
side cannon shot. That's okay.
You wounded a grotesque here, but you had a wounded grotesque in the back.
Oh, okay. He goes down to 1 then.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, that's terrible. Terrible from start to finish. Okay.
Yeah, so I think we see a Grandmaster charge onto Objective 3.
Grandmaster. Charging into the grotesque.
That will give Wolf his Stranglehold Direct Assaults.
Okay, so 4 inches.
We could also, interestingly,
Three.
see a charge from Detect Marine into
Two.
the back here,
2
because if he
inches
does
or
any damage at
something.
all, he removes this Grotesque,
3,
and he can stay out of melee so they don't swing back at him.
4. Over here.
But I think we're just hoping to kill that unit.
Yeah, here's first.
Yeah, cool. Cool.
Okay, that's my only charge. So activating
Yeah.
him 3 inches, going nearer to you while
Yeah.
doing that. And hitting everything into you. We have 5 attacks left, hitting you on freeze.
Yeah. Who's
Wounding you on
Still
2s.
just dropping a couple attacks, and he wounds once!
1 5 up? Damage?
Get out of here.
It's just roll 2 so far. Cool. Kills that guy.
Oh my gosh. Brutal dice for the
And going nearer to
Grandmaster.
you, basing you both, and going onto the
Multiple
marker.
times he's
Cool.
whiffed. So breaking the control of the center objective there.
Next, we'll do the grotesque.
So at least we'll be locking Dylan down to 10 point
everyone into the
primary.
Grandmaster because we have a chance of killing it. 10 attacks. 2s. 5s.
I missed
Gotta
one
roll
thing.
that dice. Yeah, no, I'm rolling it.
Yeah,
Just lag.
no problem.
Come on, lag.
I didn't even know on which time we are playing. Oh,
Come on. There we go.
TTS is having trouble today. Holy crap.
Okay, only 2 saves on your inbound.
4 ups.
2 damage.
Back to 3 again.
Yep. Cool.
Okay. Yeah, with
My turn?
turn you needed. Your turn, and
Cool. I get 10. You get direct assault that turn. And strangle. And then my turn.
Yeah, so I think all Dylan really needs to do here is to clinch this.
Okay.
I mean, he'll score. He should be able to score his Stranglehold Direct Assault. He just needs to flood Objective 3 with the Rax. As long as he can kill the Dread Knight. Then what we probably see from Wolf is we've locked objectives in the back here, so we could see try a double move on the Interceptors to get them to Objective 3, but I think in doing so, they wouldn't be able to score Ritual. And if we put Objective secured on Objective 3, then there's no way they'd be able to take it back. Unless we kill the Rax, potentially, that are on it, with the Storm Raven gunship. Which might be the case.
Sit here. And then we'll have the homunculus go there.
Hello.
And we'll
Hello, Trevi.
Welcome back.
So,
I'm back.
Back from your dentist appointment?
Just need to move the Archon slightly.
Exactly.
Down
Perfect.
a couple teeth?
yeah, no problem.
Down a couple of
Then
teeth,
he's
but richer a couple of
just
cannon
shoot the
wings.
There you
Talos
go.
will shoot the Storm Raven. 5.
It's still
Hey, we got a hit.
it's
3,
still going. Nice.
and doesn't
It
hit.
is. We're getting right down to it. Unfortunately, this Nemesis Grandmaster in the center here has been rolling abysmally. It averages 1 wound every time it
so
swings
just,
that big hammer.
Oof.
Which has meant that
Talos
this
into
Talos, this
Red
one
Knight.
remaining Teal Talos, has just basically eaten 1 hit from the hammer and then had that damage healed from the
There we go.
homunculus multiple times. It just sticks around.
Attack Marine.
Oof.
And
Just over.
yeah, continues to hit that Grandmaster for a bit. And
And the
Dylan,
score looks tight.
It does, yeah.
Drukhari going forward quite a bit.
yeah, I think primary objective is where Wolfvonmibu has a chance. Basically, I think what we need to see, and ooh, this might be a misplay from Dylan, not putting objective secured on that middle objective right now. And so unless he kills the Grandmaster with the Talos, I'm not sure those racks are going to be able to get to the middle objective. And if he leaves it open, and we see a double move from the Interceptors, if there's no objective secured on the middle, I think Wolfvonmibu could take the middle for a 15-point primary swing.
Wounded on 5s. 3 saves. Kills him.
Wolfvonmibu is behind on purifying which. Oh, there it goes. Okay.
Go there. He'll go
Oof.
in. Then we'll
The
do
Dread
that.
Knight's down.
I don't know if these
That
racks. I don't know if these racks can go to 3 though. There's an Archon in the way now.
Can the
Okay, we won't
contest,
pile in
contest
because I can't
this
pick them
ring?
up. We just get 4 normal attacks. There's a lot of live.
Yeah,
There we
TTS has been really slow.
4 normal
Really,
attacks.
really
On
struggling. Jesus.
What's happening?
Just a lot of lag on
2
TTS,
saves,
unfortunately.
-1.
Oh, okay.
It's been freezing up pretty
Both go through.
Yeah.
Count of 1.
consistently.
Oh wait, sorry, can I consolidate the Talos?
Yeah, go ahead.
Cool. Because I go like
Oh,
that.
there we go. Another Talos on objective,
And then
which
we've
is necessary for 6 points.
got Electro Whip.
So Trevi, what happened since
One wound
since
at
turn 3?
-2?
So the Contest and
Alright.
Talos and Rex
Safe.
just make
Cool.
their way through the Grey Knights and
Then
they
he
couldn't
gets
stop
fight.
it.
Yeah, so Drazhar went in and took down one of the Grandmasters. We saw a thunderous stride used on Drazhar to kill him in the charge phase, so we didn't have to fight him back. And then, yeah, the Racks were able to kill the remaining Strike Marines in the center, and the Grotesques did immense work on the
2 wounds.
remaining Dread Knights.
Oh, nice. It looks like
this-
there's just four more Cortez in the corner, but then they make it all the way here, right, and
Cool.
kill so much.
I then get direct and strangle.
Yeah, it was the white and purple units have been able to push forward and fight in the middle.
Oof.
Chat, yeah, the aircraft does not count, chat, for piling in and consolidating unless you have the fly keyword. So you move, you'd end up moving towards the tech marine. Yeah, so Dylan's at 90 right now. Let's take a look at the secondaries here. He's maxed the secondaries, but he's down 10 on primary. I'm not sure Wolfvonmibu has the points left to be able to rest the game. He can take another 6 on Stranglehold Direct Assault, and he can take another 15, which puts him at 87, plus 1 Purifying Ritual, 88. But I think
the Purifying Ritual is now really damaging him.
Yeah, it's destroying him.
Needed to do more points on that. I wonder why it's so low.
And
Usually
we can't cast again with if we do an action, right? If we do a psychic action, I assume.
No, you cannot.
Yeah.
Psychic action prohibits you from it, unless like you have something like some newer codexes. For example, the Thousand Suns have a Warlord trait, I think, which allows you to do that.
Right. But I mean, I think the gameplay would be for the interceptors to advance, right? Ritual and then double move to get to objective 3.
Okay. Ritual on the back. First one.
No, I think he just needs to kill the towers now. Then he has Stranglehold and Direct Assault, and he's gonna do 2 for the Purifying Ritual.
Yeah, that's not enough to win.
That shouldn't be enough. No,
yeah.
I think he needed more on the Purifying Ritual.
Nope, that's a battle.
Okay. Do we need this?
Interestingly,
You
the
go
Stranglehold and
for
Direct
7 if
Assault
you get it off.
worked out well
Your
for him.
max is ironically 89 points.
Okay.
Ugh,
So
brutal. Yeah, I wonder. I mean, even
89 points
like
if I get this.
picking no prisoners, right, would have
Okay.
changed the outcome of this game.
Yeah, we'll.
No, this would have just been, I think, 90 or 80 points. Because the Talos don't count.
You get
I
two.
mean,
Right.
But
he needed-
What I'm supposed to do?
if he-
I know,
fails
they've-
every fucking turn.
They failed
If he
every
had
turn.
scored any additional points more than the Purifying Ritual, I think he would have he would have tied the game. Right?
Yeah.
I think he's down 1.
Did he forget it in the first round? By the way, I felt like he didn't score in the first round. Or is it not allowed to score that?
No, you can score it. I think he did get it in the first round. I think there was one turn where he failed it a couple times, which is unfortunate.
Ooh, which is unfortunate because it's only Warp Shot 5, which
Right.
is a Warp Shot
Yeah.
4 for him.
It is the downside of having your army front loaded into the center objective because he only has 1 ritualer on objectives 4 and 5. So he's hoping for 2 5 casts to get those points every turn. And if anything fails, there's no redundancy. So he's just it's just sad.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
I think he
6,
could have
6.
gotten more points there because in the first round, actually, the one Dread Knight was with his foot on objective 3, and you can do this psychic action even though there's enemy models on the objective.
Yep.
So
Maybe he forgot about that. I don't know. Maybe he just kills everyone so quickly. Usually, that doesn't matter.
Yep.
There
Yeah,
you go.
that's it.
Oh my god!
I should have put more racks into him, but I couldn't move.
Yeah, the first. If you,
Uh,
I will ask him.
Okay,
I will need to
second,
ask him
what
after
should
the
I-
game
could I
whether
have
he forgot
done?
in the first round.
Yep.
12 plus 4 max. No.
They
Okay.
can't get there.
No.
I think I measured ages ago. they
could have
can't
pushed
get
for
there.
a
Yeah.
a grab onto objective 1 instead to get the 5 on
Should have used
straight direct assault.
This is like typical mission is, of
That would have been
course,
cute.
holding his damn objective markers. But well, nothing.
Oh shit! By the way, this is the second time Wolf lost to Drukhari by like 1 or 2 points.
Yeah.
I last week he had a match, or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it goes to show you
So cool.
Drukhari. I mean, that's one of the reasons they're so strong, right? Even playing down, the list is so resilient that you lose half your list getting there, but once you get there, it's brutal.
Yeah.
All right, chat. If anybody has any questions for the players, go ahead and throw them in as we go to our post game breakdown here.
Okay.
Can move over to the
nothing.
chat with players, Fred.
Thanks for the stream, I guess.
Oof, close game, guys. That was insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did have a
That
couple.
was close.
Yeah. We did have a couple questions from chat. Alfsor
Yeah.
wondering what each of you felt your MVP and LVPs were for your lists.
Talos.
That one Talos specifically, the one teal
The
Talos.
one Talos, and then the LVP was every other Talos.
Yeah, they were pretty hot or cold, right? Either they did a billion damage or they just took the turn off. It felt like.
Yeah. The Grotesque worked really well as well, and Drazar.
Yeah, I was excited to see the Thunderous Stride to kill Drazar. Anytime you can kill that guy without him having to roll his Tormentor out feels good. So that was nice to see.
I mean, there would have been a chance, but he just gives me fight last and I'm dead. And
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's worth a CP.
Yeah.
I just kind of sat there and thought, I know he can do it. Does he know he can do it?
How does it work?
If you successfully charge with a Dread Knight, you can spend 1 CP on a 2-up. The opponent gets D3 mortal wounds and I believe 3 on if you roll a 6.
Yeah, it's a flat 3 if you roll a 6.
Yeah.
And you are already wounded.
Yeah, he did tank the shooting phase.
And
Directly to the face. Yeah. He took one from a smite, and then I think he got 1 Psy Cannon shot through, and then like two or 3 wounds from
with better,
Silencer,
with better AP on his yeah.
Yeah.
Drazar does work every single game. He can pretty consistently one take a Dread Knight.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't understand. I've seen some fixity lists without Drazar, and I really don't get it. I think Drazar being so good, and in this list where you are not able to attack him because you have to walk through Taloi to get him, or Hordes of Rex, he's really strong.
Yeah. Could you imagine a Drukhari list in general without Drazar?
No.
Wild.
He's 145 points and kills everything in the game.
Yeah. It's
I mean, I've seen a lot of lists without him. I don't know, but yeah. Oh man, I wanted to win this. Yesterday was terrible, and now this. Okay.
Maite, I have a question. Did you get to Purify Ritual in the first turn on the center objective?
No, I did not. I failed.
We had the points for it.
I failed one of the ones on the back. So at this point, if I did it, I would have only gotten 1 point and not the 4 points that was planned. So instead, I casted Hammerhand on him. So if I would have an interrupt or something, he would have wound rewards.
Yeah.
And I failed that, I believe, but that's another point.
Yes.
And then you didn't do it at all in the first round. How do you end up with?
No, we did. It was on.
I did it. I did it on one on the back.
But
So
how do
you ended up with 6
points?
because these never did it, and then he
I'm sorry?
only did it once here.
they on marker 4 they always failed it?
Yes, I failed it every
Marker
round.
4 failed every time.
oh boy.
5 rounds in a row.
once.
One with a CP reroll.
Unreal.
That's very brutal.
There was a question from chat. I guess would there be a secondary you would consider instead of Purifying Ritual? Because it can be awkward in this mission. I guess even more so if you just don't roll any 5s.
I mean, it's rolling 5s really, and this is a monster. List, right? I have 5 Nemesis and a Storm Raven, so I cannot really do reliable banners or retrieve Nagmund or Octavio's data or whatever.
Yeah.
So I believe Purifying Ritual is like still the best choice because my monsters are able to participate in getting me points for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And usually, if you're at turn 4 and like you have won the game, you're still able to do it on 4 markers and do it on 4 markers in the next turn, and you still end up somewhere at 12, 13 points.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't win the game, the battle before that.
How about mental interrogation? Dr. Dutz is asking.
Yes, mental interrogation is something I thought about. The problem is you need a character,
I
and
don't
this
think
is
it works.
the new mental interrogation works. The old mental interrogation where you need line of sight, I don't like it because you just needed line of sight. And the second part is I want all my characters to do something. Like I want the librarian to do his mortal wounds. I want the tech marine to do his give me the CP. I want the debuffs and buffs of the two grandmasters. Granites have a lot of good, valuable buffs, and just need to cast them all. I need Sanctuary on the Storm Raven or on the 9-man. How fast would the 9-man strikes have been dead? I think this was like my. Also, I might have made a lot of other mistakes, I believe that, but I think my one mistake was forgetting about casting Hammerhand onto them, and I did a silent reroll on their wound rolls, and we would have dealt 5 damage and 2 mortals more on the Taloi. So we're one big Taloi who just didn't want to die.
Yeah, Super Talos.
Super Talos.
I made a couple movement errors. I possibly could have picked up the Dread Knight here if I put the Archon behind the wall there. And what was the other one? I forgot to heal the Talos, and then I probably could have picked the Archon up, but I couldn't actually move the models because of lag.
Yeah, we were getting a little bit scared because
I did let you heal the Talos, right? Afterwards?
No, last turn. So turn 4, I moved and didn't heal the Talos, which I should have done.
Okay, yeah, but in this case, I'm running over here with the Inceptors using my last.
Yeah, you'll take the objective there.
Yeah. I'm just don't kill the hated Talos, but it doesn't make any difference. Apart from me finally killing it, like 3 turns too late. But have you seen the roll of the Grandmaster who hit 3 times and then didn't wound him? And
I did see that. It was very impressive. An impressive number of 1s and 2s rolled by that guy.
Yeah,
I think the only good tip I got from Fred before he was a Drukhari player before this game was to not get frustrated by dice rolls, and I did not get frustrated by dice rolls.
Only one.
No, sorry, one. The one I took to heart. I don't think I used the rest very well here, but
as Matt will know, I played on Saturday in the first game. I can get frustrated by dice rolls, especially when you fail 70 feel no pains in 2 turns.
Oh, yeah, you should have seen me yesterday. I did in 2 rounds of casting, I did get 1 Hammerhand off, and the 1 gate where he was not in range. And I needed a reroll to get that. And I wasn't able to deny anything from him in 2 rounds, but 1 Hammerhand. So it was like 1 army was casting, 1 army was not casting. It was a little bit unfair.
Yeah.
Dice
Brutal.
This is always closer than when I play Grey Knights into Covens. Maybe a better Covens.
I mean, I tried to build a little bit against Covens. I think the Storm Raven, even if he didn't show it this game, or didn't show it after the first round, is really good into Covens. He's able to pick to Taloi up or to Free Grotesque or something.
I could potentially justify a Storm Raven post changes. I couldn't justify it now because you lose too much infantry, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
I do, however. Go on.
Yeah, no, I did put the hammer in, and the hammer just didn't work.
I also think once Grey Knights lose the second Grandmaster, I don't think they can win the Coven match.
I think the same. I'm not. I don't think I'm gonna play the Grey Knights. At least not with this list after the nerf.
I mean, they don't work anyway because as soon as Tau come out, you have Hammerheads that will potentially nearly one shot a Dread Knight, nearly, and then you've got some nonsense Custodes renowned stuff, and then you've got Eldar, which are just gonna fire and fade out of buildings. That's gonna be interactive.
Interactive is fun. Oh, okay.
Okay.
So after this, Trevi, Fred, thanks for the stream. I'm gonna watch it and send you bitter messages afterwards.
Don't be confused. I was away for turn 2, for turn 3 and 4 because I needed to go to the dentist.
Okay.
He abandoned you, is what he's saying.
And I think that's when things started to go bad.
He couldn't bear to watch anymore.
Should never left you.
It's like getting you.
I mean, I was really hopeful after the first turn. It was like, yeah, okay. Got the first unit of Taloi, got one unit of not as good as I hoped it would be, but still good. So
I want to say that Dylan, you probably knew that you were gonna have some Dread Knights or Grey Knights in your list. I think the anti-psychic you have in your list works really well. We could see that, like banning the 3d6 to attack the highest stratagem, and then the Hammer Spite really worked, I felt.
Yeah.
And it really hurt, because if you don't get all the combos off, then the damage gets reduced a lot, and you need to start tabling the Drukhari.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think the Hammer Spite did he really?
It stopped like a couple, and it's just nice to be there because the other option is the Animus, but I've got Mandrake, so you can't deep strike in front of me anyway, so the Animus doesn't work as well. 3 Grey Knight Army Helm Spite. But I've just been remembered after you said anti-psychic. I have Casket of Flensing. I could have done D3 mortal wounds to everything.
Yeah, we were talking about that in chat, whether that stratagem would come up and be very powerful. It didn't end up getting used.
I remembered it on the turn, and I even
completely.
That's why I didn't even spend the CP. I meant to do that with the 1 CP I had there.
You would have rolled 1-1-1, and then he might made us all his Phenopains anyways.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Like
that's obvious.
I did it in my game yesterday. All of my opponent's turns, I sit there and go, I'll Casket of Flensing, and then I get to my turn and go, Talos Rush, Talos Rush.
All right. Well, thanks for the good game, guys. We're going to go ahead and leave you to it.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for the game. And see you. Bye.
See you.
Thanks a lot.
Fred?
Thanks for having.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on.
It was amazing.
We'll have to have you for some future group stage games.
Yep.
And I know you have Wolfvonmibu's last game scheduled on Sunday. I have that in our schedule here.
YouTube.
Yeah,
I posted on YouTube chat. I don't know. I should probably put in a Twitch chat as well. You can find our YouTube channel from me and also from Malte. We are streaming lots of games, and on Breaking Heads 40k, you will find it on YouTube easily.
Yep. Yeah, there's a link to that on tts40k.com/invitational. You can find the invitational stream schedule there, and there's a link to that on that spreadsheet. So there you go.
Perfect.
Well, thanks, Fred.
And you're casting more tonight?
I'm casting immediately after this game. I actually have to go rehost this lobby for the next game to happen. So if you are in the chat, hang tight for about, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes, and we'll be live with the next game, which was going to be from Group 3. We have King Kong Fury versus Holiveraith. So a classic Thick City versus the new Thin City with 120 racks. I think it's going to be interesting.
Nice. Perfect. Keep watching, guys, and thanks for having me, Trevi. See you next time.
See you.
Bye-bye.
All right. If you're on YouTube, you should be redirected immediately to the next stream, everybody. If you're on Twitch, just give us about 5 minutes to reset the stream, and I will be back with that next game. So I'll see you there.